Hey, thanks for the sub.
Let's get this one started. Where's my transition button? I haven't set it up properly. Here we go. Buddy. How you doing? Welcome to stream. Yes, Discord audio needs to be turned off so it doesn't double up, but the fairy fountain lo-fi starts. And we are here today. Okay. Welcome. Hello, Alex. Hello, Tom. I'm doing personally pretty good, but at the same time not. I haven't processed it properly yet, probably as to why. My granny passed away last night, and it was very flagged that it was going to happen. Like, you know, we knew she was going to be gone within the year, I reckon. We thought she may have gone last year. But no, last night she unexpectedly did pass. And it's been supporting mum time more than anything. She's over in England with her. And yeah, the second mum told us, my brother and I just got on a call with her on Facebook, and we're just like, yeah, we remember losing this with Dad as well, so we're here, we're with you. So that side, you know, fresh and raw. In terms of other stuff, before I remembered that this morning, pretty good. I got that Omnath mostly painted up as well, that massive mini. And the yeah, thank you. It's I haven't seen her in the better part of a decade, so it does make it a bit easier as well. And, you know, honestly, there's a bit of the mental disconnect because of that. But also she was getting really bad dementia memory problems, so she didn't know who I was for the last 2 years. And every time I would show her a photo, it would be, who's that? Is that Matthew? I thought he was still in high, like she thought I was in high school type thing, so there was not really anyone to interact with for a very long time anymore. And so you kind of know at that point it's not got a long time. But no, it's seeing mum upset is much worse than the feeling that I have about grandma going, more than anything. It's like mum lost her mum, and I empathize with that so much because I would hate to lose my mum. And so, you know, that's the rough part. So yeah, going all right, but you know, it is there. If I disassociate at all, that's probably why. Just saying. Okay. I'll show you the Omnath as well while I remember. Take this off studio mode so I can actually see everything quite large. This is not in the spot I want it. Check out this slab of fucking elemental goodness. Look how big this guy is. That's not a mini anymore, that's a model. That's a regular one. Regular mini for scale. Look how big that guy is.
Oh, someone's joined the cult of
Thank you for following, Shawster. Nice to see you. Hope you have a good time. Welcome, welcome. Here from Threads. Threads forever. You're the first person I've seen come over from Threads. I didn't think that app was doing anything for anybody. How you doing? But yes, I was just showing off this. I just painted up this one on like Tuesday. If you know Omnath from... that's fair. It's pretty good over there. It's not bad. No, yeah, this is Omnath from Magic the Gathering. Surprisingly, for a model this size, quite cheap. This was like unpainted $45 Australian. So I don't know, $30 American. But yeah, like far out. Mini that like a model that big is like a boss mini for this scale, you know? Massive. Massive, massive. Suck it, New Zealand. Hey, we love our friends in New Zealand. We love our friendies over there. Their cost of living is... whew, expensive over there. Our exchange rate is the same. Fly the Concords is good. Fly the Concords is good. Alright. So go Omnath. I'm going to be painting this one of these guys. Maybe the rest of this guy, the Scyther that we were doing. If I could find my fucking handle. Here it is. But yeah. Get that out of the way. Shadow, Farsight, get out of the way. Put the big boy back over in his spot. And let's get some brushes out. I've started putting all my specific contrast brushes in a little sleeve. That way they don't have to sit there and get confused with all the nice ones yet. I have not painted the Avacyn yet. Avacyn's still sitting here. She looks great though. Although her staff leaves something to be desired because it's a bit wibbly wobbly. I might have to do the resin bath thing, but her staff, the other thing I could do is just completely snip the staff entirely and just put a metal rod in there because it's probably about the same width, honestly. Because I fucking hate this. The worst part about these D&D minis is that the gets a bit you know, they get wobbly and they just don't set properly. I also got a bunch of these other ones, like this, why is this so far over here today? So I got like this guy as well. And you'll see that he's got the magic effect. And you'll be like, how do you paint this frickin' magic effect like down there? Turns out the ones they've designed recently, they can just clip off the base. That's fucking awesome. That's fucking cool, right? And you can just unclip the magic bit and then you gotta slide them. If you don't drop it, you can slide it back in after you're done. I've got two of those. Got another one over here. So you got this one. And then this one just like clips out as well. I've never seen that. Well, I probably have seen that. I just haven't noticed that yet. Alright. Brushes. Scythers. Scyther. On base. I need something a bit more energetic today. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so we got the Scyther going. They turned out pretty good. I want to make these plates darker as well, so I might do a second coat of the same color on top, because I want this to be like... Oh, the reference image is up there. I want this to be similar to the reference image, you know? So, I actually kind of want these recesses to be brighter too, and then I want these plates to be a bit darker. So I'm going to finish off the rest of the plates we didn't last time, because I still need to do that. And that was the Creed camo, if I'm not mistaken. Wherever that's fucking gone. And then after that, we'll start on Mr. Parasect, the orange boy, eating a space marine down here. I really like this mini. This is a really good one. So he'll be all orange and then like a pinky red underneath, I think. Based on the art. Oh no, we made some reference art a while back and I'll stick to that hopefully. But let me just bring the fucking box of contrast paints and have a dig through. Yes, I know, I have a very good, I found it immediately. I've got a very interesting method of storing these, I know. But, well, that pot's a bit craggled up. What else do I need? I need that. I might need some medium at some point. Where the hell that's gone? Down here. And then we'll get out some oranges in preparation. Oranges and reds in preparation for the big boy.
Oh my god, look at that. Is that a follower? Hello.
Swedish
Hello,
Muppet
hello.
guy. Welcome in. Welcome in. I haven't lost an arm yet. If you're coming here through socials, I am okay at the moment. How you doing? How are you doing, mate? All right, so yellows, oranges. Where's the bloody Magmadroth flame at? Yeah, there we go. How are you doing? It's like pink and orangey pink. And then, so I might need some of that pinky color. You doing all right? That is good to know. I'm just currently choosing some paints to finish off that Scyther up in the corner there. I'm thinking, so that, yeah, it's like a dark green blue. Kind of tired, been out and about all day. Very fair. It is very much the start of my stream today. It is 10:30 in the morning over in the Australia land. How are you doing? Whereabouts are you? Are you in the Swedens? The Swedish. You would be Sweden. You know, it's morning. It's morning. Don't sue me. It's morning. I am in the land of the Swedish. Yes. So being here, do you get into the mini painting side of things yourself? How did you come about? What do you get up to and into? Because 2:22 a.m. No wonder. So we got another community member, Plasticity, and dear friend over there as well, and they are frequently also like staying up very late to come and hang out. And they sometimes will pop in and be like, "It's so late, but I love you, so I'm here, but I can't stay. Goodbye." I'm like, that is so fine. So no stress if you do pop out randomly. You do indeed collect men. Do you watch Squidmar by chance? I know that I'm doing the thing, but where I'm like, you're from Sweden. I know of a YouTuber in Sweden. Do you watch Squidmar as well? Because he's up there in my. The reason I ask it, he's one of my favorite, and like the degrees of separation are right there. Your paint box looks how I organize. Yeah, well, Wolf. Yeah. Well, this is the contrast box. If you would like to actually, I can just show you. I'm gonna move this camera very rapidly for a sec. That's how I store my good ones. This is the nice box. Ooh, jib up and down. Ooh, yum, 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 yum. That's where my PC tower and all my Donkey Roads paints sit.
Oh my god, look at that. Is that a follower?
Oh my
Hello.
gosh.
Hello,
I've
follower.
ruined it.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Thank you for following WBG. Oh, I've screwed that up. Jackson Minis. WBB Jackson Minis. Thank you for the follow. No, so the funny thing about what I call is the contrast bucket. I'm noticing there's some like regular paints in here as well, but I also stupid realize these are for my slap chopping. That's why I keep them in here. So the contrast bucket, as we call it, is it's I don't have enough paint rack storage because I've got look. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with with anything. I'm just saying, I just got a lot of paint. No. Okay, so I have every single Games Workshop paint, and I know this, and you just saw that those aren't Games Workshop paints. Those are the Two Thin Coats line of paints, and there's 120 of those as well. And you might also be saying, why would you need an extra 120 paints on top of your Games Workshop paints? And I'm like, well, they're nice, all right? They're nice paints. And yeah, I've got every single one. Because over 3 and 4 years or whatever, I'm just like, every time I go into a store, I'm just like, I'll get this one and this one and this one, and I just keep going. And then my partner and I, we kind of just bought all of them, and then I just kept going. Hey, we're out here. Hey, oh. And then the contrast line is what got me back into painting after like a long break. So it was like it built the confidence back up, and then I went, oh, maybe I'll go back into the regular painting, and that was just this whole back here is like full of minis and painting. And then there's over here, like literally this room is like, you have a nice angle. You have a nice angle of curated vision, and everything else is garbage. Everything else is just fucking just everywhere with miniatures and fucking basic material. 3 boxes over there are just loose bits. Over there, over the whole tray of unpainted shit on Christmas. What the fuck is this? And I know I'm going on an insane rant. Don't do shit about it. Like fucking, like, oh, you know, over there, some Destiny minis and other shit. There's an airbrush container that I barely use. And, there's this fucking thing that I need to paint up. You know, like Lucille from Descendant to Avernus. I've primed her, but I haven't started on her. Wings loose. I need to be careful there. And, you know, yeah, morning coffee hits hard. I don't drink coffee except for before this stream, because it's the one day of the week that I kind of need the extra energy. Oh, thank you for the breathe. Thank you for the breathe. But I am ask anyone in this chat. This is roughly the level of energy when I'm pumped up. I normally have a co-host as well. I normally have a second person sitting on stream with me who also hypes me. It's a rubber band effect. We go boom, boom, and then we just smack together, collide for more energy again. This stream is effectively an oxymoron. This stream is effectively an oxymoron of chaos and chill vibes mushed into one. And that's kind of what Good Morning RPG becomes at a certain point. It's like we just hype each other up. My co-host is also American, so it's evening for her. And we sit there just be like off each other the whole time. And I'm gonna put that back. Okay. I'll calm down when I actually start painting. The start of the stream's always like this. It's always like, what have you been doing? What have I been doing? What bullshit has everybody been doing? Like, what the... And welcome to Australians. Where's the big version of me? Is that one? Get out of here, Cam Group. There you go. Cliff that. Clip. Stimulate your senses. Clip. Fuck. Clip and GIF that. There we go. Couldn't get that out. I couldn't get that out. Woo. Woo. Creed camo. Scyther mini. That was a brief. Clip and GIF that. I don't know why that... Is that a... I don't know what that term is for... I don't know what the... It's all good. I don't know what that one is. Hold on. Let me just Google that. I actually haven't heard that one, if that's a banned term. Oh. Okay. I have a feeling it could be a short term for Gypsy, which makes sense because Gypsy is supposed to be a slur as well. The G word. Makes sense. Oh, the pronunciate. We're not saying the pronunciation correctly. Say it with a J noise. And then it becomes, yeah, I understand now. I get it. I get it, Twitch. I understand. I've got you. I've got you. We learn new things every day. Shit. Yeah, I didn't even know. We're trying to work that out. I thought it would be spelled with a Y, if anything. That's why it put me through a loop. Alex! Alex! Where's the button for play the last clip? How do we do that? Is that a thing you can do? I've seen people do that. Oh. While I figure that out, if you can still see this, thank you for subscribing. We're going to head over to Coles for a sec. We're just going to go to Coles for half a second and have a little walk around. Why's my camera not focusing on me? Anybody need anything? Ooh, gonna get some apples. I just drank all my coffee milk. I'm sorry. Well, I don't really, I can get you some, whatever this is, flavory water. All right. How do I play the last clip? I'm gonna try and get that ready for them. If you're still seeing this, thank you for subscribing. We're in Coles, usually when the ads are on, because we don't want anyone to miss anything. I also don't know how to play the last clip. Where's my stream deck? I saw a friend do it. They play like Twitch clips when they do that. They play like the Twitch clips, and so I figured that's a fun idea, and I already had this scene set up for when I do like just hanging. And I was like, this can also be the ad break screen. And so I found a clip of us walking through a supermarket and shitty elevator music, and we're just going through the meat aisle while the ads play. Okay, so I need to add a stream deck button real quick. Open last clip. That's it. That's actually why my friend does it. She's like, remember to take your meds, hydrate, stretch, go to the toilet. That's like, it's like the old broadcast TV days where you don't have to binge. Well, you don't have to binge. You don't binge as much. It's the appointment viewing nature of old TV where there's an ad break, you go up and you just fucking, like, the purpose of the ad break, they want you to watch the ads, right? However, societally, we're like, no, fuck that. This is the time that we get up and go and do things. And ignore the ads. Like, it's literally the opposite concept. Now, let's see if this button works. It didn't work. How does that happen? How do we on stream? How does this work? Content clips. I don't know how this works. Does anyone else know how to? I've seen people do it. How do you open the last clip into your stream? It's on the account correctly. Open last clip. The button doesn't work. Ah, look, fuck it. Ooh. All right, let's go down here again. Let's go back to the actual thing we should be doing. I got so much energy today. I need to be careful because I don't want to make myself sick. Oh, did you see? Okay, anyone going to Australian PAX this year? Did you fucking see that Erika Ishii is the keynote speaker? That's awesome. That is fucking awesome. I want to go and see that. And I probably will go see that. Okay. I can't believe I didn't think she was coming over at all. I mean, it's not out of the realm of like, I can't believe this is happening. It's like, it's just cool to get a nice surprise like that. It makes sense. They're on a fucking trailblaze right now with how well they're doing. They are on everything. They are one of the community's beloved characters in Destiny, if you play that game. Anna Bray. So fucking cool. Sorry, just get me alignment good for the way my hands are feeling like painting today. Wibbly wobbly. Bit of a wibble and a wobble on that one. So you'll see that I've already done the slap chop prep if you've been... if you're joining us for one of the first times. I slap chopped, prepped all of these, and I am just doing I'm doing Pokemon Tyranids for my entire Leviathan box. And my other goal is to possibly do a Hive Tyrant painted like a Charizard, because of course the massive winged dragon thing is going to be one of the most iconic Pokemon. However, I haven't decided if I want to do that yet, partially because the monetary side of randomly buying yet another Tyranid for a box out of a box that I already haven't finished painting is a part of it. I'm like, you need to make sure you paint all of the rest of your minis before you dare start a big boy like that. But I might put a throne up at some point, and if people want to see that, they can go towards that. We've also got a Kofi up for some of our Power Rangers art that we're trying to get commissioned for our series as well. Oh, actually, we're nearly halfway for that goal. You can see it up the top there. 42% has been raised for our Power Rangers Mighty Morphin art. And that might actually be able to happen soon. Moros, if you're around or watching the VOD, thank you so much for your latest donation. We really appreciate it. Don't think I didn't see that come through and hang out in the donations feed. I appreciate you, buddy. Did you hear the kind of the Wild West era of TikToks also kind of coming to a close? With some of their algorithm changes? I heard about this yesterday. Reminds me of when YouTube kind of ticked over to being a bit different. The life cycle of the platforms, you know? Also a bit of internet history. Which is wild to think that in our lifetime we've almost had these it's not that we didn't have social media platforms, but the social media platforms that have stuck, you know? Like there's a difference between like, you know, you've got Dig and MSN and MySpace and all of those kind of 2000s, mid to late 2000s era social media platforms. And then you have like the juggernauts like Facebook and Twitter. Well, soon to be not Twitter, but Facebook and Twitter and all of those like ones that just stuck around. And YouTube's in there as well. TikTok is yet to be seen if it'll stick around. I think it's hard to say because the longevity of that platform is very fickle with how they do their creators. They don't pay them very well. So if you're a TikTok creator, there's no incentive to stay there. If something comes along like they did to Vine and copy Vine, but they pay them differently because I think that's what'll kill TikTok in the long run is if they don't have a paid creator program the same way YouTube does and operates as such, because people won't. If you want to make it a career as a YouTuber or an influencer type thing, you're going to want to be paid a living wage at a certain point. And if TikTok doesn't do that, or only does that for like their top creators, then it's not supporting its base that will give it the most money. Oh, that's it. They've stuck around as well because of the big capitalism problems. I don't disagree at all. It's just an interesting discussion to see and be had. Both Facebook and Google are being sued by the US federal government for anti-competitive. Yeah. Facebook and Google are massively anti-competitive. They want to be the only one. Facebook just made Threads. Like, they were sitting on that for so long. Because that thing came out and it wasn't busted or broken. And it just fucking worked. Which means that I don't believe that they just happened to develop it at the same time, you know. They've been working on that for a while. And they were waiting for the time is right. And when they saw Elon fucking up the platform, I bet that only accelerated their platform development. They went, well, this metaverse shit we're doing is bad. Let's steal Twitter. But yeah, none of them are good companies. Oh, don't get me wrong on that one. They're all scum. Like, utter scum. Twitch is slowly turning into a multi-level marketing scheme if you've seen the new insights on how they're doing partnerships. They're like, you're going to get 1 point for 1 sub, and 2 points for 2 subs, and 6 points for 3 sub. Tier 3. These are all tiered subs. And it's like, so you want us to beg you for partner status by telling our friends to give us money. That's how that sounds, right? Like, you want us to go to our friends and say, you tell your friends to sub, and I'll get more points. It's multi-level marketing right there. All right, Scyther. So the problem I'm having with Scyther is that he's monochrome everywhere. Twitch has always been like that. Yeah, but now that they're changing their partner program for that, so doesn't that make that even more so for that? like, as in, like, they're trying to be transparent about it and change it to go, like, here's this and here's this and here's this. But yes, you're right. Twitch is a bit multi-level marketing to start with, just not as egregious as other fucking platform, other companies, I should say. Oh yeah, 2 coats of this works well. I'm also just talking out my ass for a bunch of this. I'm not an educated person on a lot of this. I've got a lot of observation opinions on how YouTube and TikTok do things, because it's in my benefit of a job to know that. But I don't have any like statistics to back these things up. I'm sure I could find some. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, good, sweet. Like, observation... Also, Wolf, you and I talk quite a bit, so, like, you know if you're gonna know straight up to, like, call me out. I am not gonna be offended if I get something wrong. And like, you know, I have been, like, a YouTube watcher, and, like, I study... I don't study in, like, an academic sense, but I observe and watch YouTube trends by way of doing YouTubing stuff. Like, it is in my job to know the back end a little bit and try to work it out. However fucking successful I am at doing that remains to be seen. Yeah, it's a thing to do. No, we good. I will, however, mute that Facebook tab so you don't have to hear my dingles going off. Alright, so those plates look so much better when they've got 2 coats of that darkness on it. Yeah, that's why I turn it off. I don't want you to worry about the dingle. It's like me, it's like me saying Amazon... what's this phrase? Alexa, open up a YouTube window and play Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up. It's like that. It's like that. Oh, is it? Well, I've turned it off. I just muted the tab. Don't want to what's his name? Don't want to upset Daddy Bezos and do an Elon and say, oh, we can't advertise our streams on other platforms. We wouldn't want that, would we? We wouldn't want the ability to cross-promote our platforms and succeed together. No, we have to completely dominate one over the other. I think I'm in a mood today. I'm in an anti-capitalism mood. Whoops! I've been seeing I definitely am in that mood. You know why? My brain immediately went, you know what other anti-capitalism shit I really like seeing right now? I love those fucking Woolies ads and Coles ads with Curtis Stone that are like, feed your family for under $10. And like, it's like making fun of the cost of living crisis we're in. That it's like, feed your family for $10. And it's like, buy a 4-pack of Maggi noodles and some shredded cheese and have lovely chicken Alfredo, and it's like chicken noodles and just cheese melted on top, and it's like saving you money at Coles. And it's supposed to be like Curtis Stone, the celebrity chef, teaching you how to eat really nicely for cheap, but what he's suggesting doesn't work anymore, and the ads are completely irrelevant, but it's fucking funny to watch the parodies. I wonder if Jess posted. Jess was going to put that in the Discord, I think, but I don't think she has. I'll get her to send it to me. but man, it was funny. Also, if you would like to be in our Discord, we chill and chat and talk minis and play Destiny and talk a little Baldur's Gate as well at the moment. If you're keen on something like that. Ooh. Hey, Jen, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's work? If you are working today. I assumed you would be because it's a Thursday. Little bit of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, you know, just a 60-hour playthrough, not finished Act 2 yet. Yeah. Why? Why do you ask? I finished the Underdark last night. I slept through my alarm going off next to my head. Should I laugh at that? That sounds funny, but I'm sorry if it got you in trouble. In any case, it sounds like you needed it. Oh, your work's flexible. Yeah, it sounds like it's a workplace of like, as long as you get your work done, you're good, right? That's a good one to be in. You bloody keep them around. I'm just darkening down these spines and the plates because it looks better contrasting darker with the light green on the skin, I think. I'm just like putting a few more and more coats on each one because I want it to match that that aesthetic of the top one. Sorry, not the top one. The one in the reference art. I figured a few coats would do that. I mean, the workplaces, yeah, the workplaces that are like, get your work done in the time frame, we don't care how. That's just, it's so much better because if you can work to when you're good and capable, then I just feel like it's just a better balance, you know? Exactly, especially when you got like, and especially if you've got like kids and things, you need flexibility to like go get them from school and shit too. Like otherwise it's like, all right, I'm going to end my day at 3 p.m. if you're going to force me to do this, you know? I will not come back at 5 p.m. That looks so much better. Like you've, okay, so the, you've got the, oh god, I can't talk today. My brain's running faster than my mouth wants to operate. So, we've got the green skin, but the plates are nice and dark now, and I think the contrast there is working quite well. What I am probably going to do with some of these larger minis is the striation lines, you can see in the reference image on the left, you can see like the edge of the carapace kind of has some natural highlighting there, and I'm thinking I want to do that. I can see I haven't done this carapace though in the darker tone yet. But yeah, another reason why I really like Slap Chop, if you ever worried about trying it, it will look a bit chalky when you first set it up, but with each layer of paint that you put on, it will darken down and blend it better until the point where it just doesn't even look like you've done that. And you've still got all your nice highlights and edge bits done. I'm going for, yeah, the look I'm going for is like a black green on this. So I'm just like darkening it down bit by bit. It's almost like a thicker glaze or like a wash effect with these staining paints. It's weird the knowledge you accumulate just by simply using these things. I guess same way we were talking about the YouTube thing. Full circle. Saw an article on Twitter talking up about all the things that people who want to work from home are doing besides their work. And his immediate response was, are they getting stuff done on time? Then shut the fuck up. That's it. That is it. Like, set it, like, I've seen people set, like, those sprints, like, in the IT departments and stuff. It's like, get it done in that time with the sprint, and as long as it's within the scope, you're good. We're a global team. Sometimes you'll end up working late if you need to catch up. Oh, sorry, I didn't put the chat back on screen. I apologize. I should have that up for you. There you go. Well, I took it away. I take it away for the ad break because my face goes where that is. We're a global team, so sometimes you end up working late if you need to catch up with a colleague in Dublin. It all comes out in the wash. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold on. Let me just check if my yes, my source record is working. And that is currently recording to the correct location. So sorry, I've been recording. I worked out how to record just a single camera in OBS to just record my mini painting. And that way I have B-roll footage if I ever want to make a YouTube video on how I made my Pokemon Tyranids. So I will slowly accumulate that footage over a period of time. And then I might release it at some point. Yeah, I worked out there's like a filter you can get where it like only won't take the whole canvas. It'll take just that camera and then it'll save that locally. And I like that. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna check a thing real quick. Apparently the Warhammer reveal was this morning. So I wanna see some new stuff. Is that today? Or is that tomorrow today? Oh shit, it's currently live. Hold on, when's this? 9 p.m. EDT. 9 p.m. EDT. Is 9 p.m. EDT like right now? Oh, it's in 1 minute. Okay, so the Nova Open Warhammer 2023 preview for Warhammer is going to be happening like right fucking now, which means there's going to be a lot of Warhammer minis getting revealed. I guess my question is, what do we want to? No, we'll keep paying. I'm like, oh my god, I want to see some of it, but I don't want to do like a view in a view type thing. I mean, it is just kind of React. I can put a little window up in the top corner, and if anyone sees something they want to see, we can, like, open up a window or something, or I can put on the sound. Alright, so I'd say this guy's pretty close to done at this stage. If I look, I don't want to go off stream though. So maybe I'll put a little window up in. I'll put a little secondary window in. Look, fuck it. Get rid of that chat window. Hey, I can't remember his name, Nick or Peachy or whatever. I'm gonna make it this big. I'm gonna put that there. And what am I doing here? I'm gonna add a new window. Bloody, let's get rid of that and make that real small. Hey, there we go. There we go. Window within a window. If you see anything up there that you want to see while this is going, we'll just make this bigger. We'll just make it bigger. All right. This is weird. I've got something to watch while I watch. All right. Yeah, right. It's a bit strange. Hey, new Terminators! Look at that! Oh, shit! Whee! That's fucking sick! Alright. Look, let's pause this music. I will turn this on. There we go.
Brand new Space Marine Terminators. We saw the first of these.
All right, let's keep this. Is that
earlier this year.
loud enough for everybody? That's
Now there's
pretty
some more
good.
on the way. Nick, what do we know about them?
They are fantastic. So they're super tough, super elite infantry for your army, of course.
All right, so Warhammer preview, I guess, react at the moment. The fucking new Terminators got me immediately. God damn.
Loads of options for you to build them.
Most of this is probably going to be Space Marines.
Weapon options include the Cyclone missile launcher you can see here on the left-hand side, the heavy flamer on the right. You've also got lots of things like chain fists and extra weapons and stuff for Terminators 2, and the classic builds for your sergeants as well.
All the classic kit that you expect. There's some, chain fist I think is a big one there, so you can start carving through tanks and stuff.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, these are great.
Some really nice alternate head options as well. I think it's maybe the first.
It's a nice look. That is a nice looking
Terminator
kit.
that kind of half helmet
Immediately, you know.
Really cool to see. It really fleshes out the options basically. So these are same scale that add in really nicely. If you got a Leviathan set earlier this year, you add these on top of it, and all of a sudden you've got a pretty sizable and scary looking first company.
Especially if you're trying to sort of build up your first company forces, like the Battle from a Crag scenario that came out recently, then these are going to be crucial for you to get hold of and to build your forces up.
Yeah,
I need me some of these.
No specific iconography on these for any particular chapter, so they're quite happily to go into any of the kind of codex chapters. So they can be Black Templars, White Scars, Ultramarines, as you see there. Also make perfectly good Dark Angels or Salamanders or Iron Hands or anything really.
Absolutely, man. Oh, look at this guy as well. New Captain in Terminator armor. Of course, we saw the Captain in Terminator armor in the Leviathan box set. This is a really cool supplement to go alongside it. This is a different build of a Captain. It also comes with a combi weapon and a relic fist, which you can see on the top right hand as well. to give you a really sort of nice options on your builds.
So one of the things lots of fans of Warhammer 40,000 have asked
So-
for quite a lot is options on their character kits. So that's what we're starting to see with some of these new Space Marine builds. You can see there you've got various different helmeted and unhelmeted
Oh, wow,
heads.
that's
You've got the
specifically a
choice of
captain
having
in Termi
combat
armor.
or a
All right.
combi weapon. So
So they must be bringing out, like, the
personalise this guy and make it
multi-part
your own.
kits
You can also see there
of
the
each of
kind
these
robe,
specific
at the
sets.
bottom there is
That's pretty
optional.
cool.
So if you want to go for a very kind of noble knightly aesthetic, if it's kind of Dark Angels or Ultramarines or something like that, you can. If you want a more kind of austere Spartan look for your Iron Hands or something, you could just go old-fashioned and not put too much decoration on it.
Of course, if you haven't thought about it before, having a captain leading a force is an absolute crucial for a Space Marine force. This guy's got rights of battle, and you have some free stratagems as the game goes on. Also, he's got Unstoppable Valor, which lets you re-roll his charges for the unit he's with. So if you put him with a Terminator unit, those guys are going to get
Alright.
in pretty sharpish.
It's not the only new character on his way, though. So we also
Oh,
have a
Chappie.
Terminator Chaplain Terminator
Happy
armor. And again,
Chappie on that
this is
one.
a multi-build kit, so you've got different options for the helmet. You've also got different options for the Crozius, and you've got different.
I do appreciate when they do a multi-build kit because it just means that
Time, I think,
there's just less
we've seen
boxes on the
a,
friggin' shelves.
chaplain with a huge shield. This is a relic shield, which other characters have in the Space Marine army as well, which makes him a lot tougher and harder to kill. And combine that with his Rosarius makes this guy an absolute monster on the battlefield. So get him involved as well.
Clearly, he was looking at his armor and he was like, "What I need here is a place I can put more skulls." So he's not only got a skull helmet, he's also got a shield with another skull on it. If you look at the Purity Seals, one of them is a skull, and there's even a little skull drawn on the Purity Seal as well. So this
skulls.
is one of the most skull-intensive Space Marine
It really
models.
is, isn't it? He's even got a
He's
skull
got a
helmet.
lot of skulls.
Yeah. And also, like, shout out to the fact that Crows.
Don't mind that shield though. That's it's got some cool bits on him.
On the right, and what I call
I look at that
smash
going
shield,
like,
isn't it?
ooh,
So
conversion potential.
Smash. Yeah, it's
Very
like-
flexible.
You can make a chaos guy out of that pretty easily as well.
Yeah, wonderful miniature, and again, scaled to new Terminators, so matches really nicely with those guys.
Really exciting if you're looking to kind of build into that first company vibe.
where's his
Leviathan
wing?
box
Fuck.
obviously gave a great start for that, but this kind of gives you a whole bunch more options for it. But sometimes Terminators aren't the tool for the job, and you want something a little bit faster. So let's have a look at the next video.
No fucking way! Shit! Oh! Fucking finally! It's took him 6 years to bring out Jump Pack Marines? God damn! God damn! That's dope. Damn. People have been wanting those for so long. Assault Marines, but upscaled. My god. I don't know how I feel about the new jump pack design, but it's still cool. You know, it's not the OG one, but it does look good. Fuck yes!
Dropping in from space to kick some face, we have the new Assault Intercessors with jump packs and a new captain to lead them. Nick, what do we know?
It would be well noted that I don't typically like Space Marines, but the Assault Marines from Dawn of War always have my heart, and the Terminators do too.
Saw a little bit of a hint of that in some of the Space Marine trailers of the computer games back in the day, but now good to see them as models. Wonderful new unit, Assault Intercessors.
That's very cool.
Jump packs here. Are super fast. They can move into combat as fast as you'd expect. They've got 12-inch movement and have loads of attacks in combat, so you want to get these guys stuck in as soon as possible. The Sergeant has lots of different builds you can put with them, so Power Sword, Chain Sword, and Plasma Pistol, and even a Hand Flamer, I believe, is one of the options you can have as well. So yeah, super customizable unit, and instead of having to have your guys inside a transport to get them into combat, they can just fly across the battlefield straight in, which is great.
Worth saying as well, obviously, this unit paints up red very nicely. So if you have a Blood Angel army, this is going to be almost a given that you're going to want to have at least 1 or 2 squads of these in your force. Also, Raven Guard make extensive use of jump
The red looks real good on
as well,
those.
so you can use them. I think that's the Power Fist in there as well, so there's an option for that. Loads of different options for your Sergeant, and the Hand Flamer, as you talked about there, is on there. The Model 2. These are really dynamic, cool models. They look heavy at the same time as looking fast. You can sort of imagine the mess these guys are going to make when they land in the middle of a kind of Chaos Cultist blob or a mob of Gene Stealer cultists or something. You do not want to be under one of these when it lands, basically.
It's just great to see them back in. I've missed now having the Assault Marine sort of archetype in the Primaris sort of force before, and it's just nice to have them back in as another tactical option to have in your forces. And you know what? If they're led by the captain, Raf, we've got that as the next picture, they become even better because, of course,
That captain looks very nice. This is one of those things. It's like I don't know if I want a whole squad, but grabbing just the captain to paint as maybe like a green salamander would be quite a nice little job to do.
Because that's probably not hugely practical when you've got a jet engine strapped to your back.
Right.
Again, this is a captain miniature with loads of options. So you can see a couple of options there already. We've got the chain sword and the power sword, relic sword, sorry. But you've also got an option in there for a power fist, and you've got an option for a hand flamer. So you can kind of lean into whatever build, either for tactical purposes or because it suits your particular style of play. So if you've got a salamander army, you're probably going to want to give him the hand flamer. If you've got like an imperial fist,
you're right, I would do that.
Enormous power fist, right? A couple of head options in there as well. Again, a captain with loads of options to make it your own, which is exactly what Space Marine fans have been after.
It's just a beautiful model.
Oh, the fist, the pose with the fist and the flame is very cool.
Him leading them as well. The Angel's Wrath rule means that the whole squad gets +1 strength on a charge. If you combine that with the Sons of Sanguinius detachment rule for the Blood Angels on the index cards, that's +2 strength on the charge. So that's a strength 10 power fist and strength 6 chain swords all over the place. Loads of attacks, get them in combat, wonderful stuff, and a wonderful model as well. That's going straight on my painting desk.
But that's not it. There's even more Space Marine stuff on the way. So let's have a look at the next video.
Stern guards. Yeah, well, we knew about this one. Captain's pretty sick. I couldn't really give a shit about these guys. In fact, I'm actively looking to get rid of my Stern Guards out of my Leviathan box. I don't want them.
Another new multi-part Space Marine unit. This time it's the Stern Guards. These are the elite Space Marines of the first company. Nick, tell us about this kit.
They are the best armed unit in your army, Eddie. And first and foremost, they've got a back banner. Back banners are back, which is great. We've got an older,
You're very excited about the back banner.
I really am. We've got older marks of armor in there. You can spot some Mark 8 helmet on the left-hand side and a few bits. These guys are veterans, have been around for a long, long time. They carry the chapter's best guns, including a brand new weapon on the right-hand side, the Pyre Cannon, which is like the souped-up version of the guns that the Infernus Marines carry. So this thing.
All right, how do you reckon that looks? It's like it's a bit glossy. I might have to matte varnish that down. But the contrast on the plates is working well now. I might even I do want the wings to be brighter. So I might
kit them out the way you want to send them into battle. These guys are great.
This is a great kit for people who want loads of Space Marine bits as well to kind of maybe mix with other kits.
I'm noticing the hey Toxic Choc, how you doing?
You've got the whole squad can have rifles.
We are also watching the Warhammer preview at the same time because it started 13 minutes ago, and why not? So far we've seen Terminators, which are the most anticipated thing, and then also some Assault Marines.
It's a complete bits box as well. Yeah,
it's good.
Loads of extra bits.
That back banner can go anywhere. Anyone can have it.
Have it at all. Yeah, it's really great to see. It's nice. Like if you hark back to classic Space Marine builds in there as well. So they've got the older helmets, a few like different armor types in there, which is just really nice to see, especially for us old in the tooth Space Marine players who've painted them for a long time. Nice nostalgia trip as well. It's really cool to see. There we go. Stern Guard veterans, man.
But again, not the only new elite Space Marines are on their way. There's more. There's more.
Can't believe it. What else we got?
Let's have a look.
You're right, he does. What the fuck is this? The new captain there. Oh, is this the fucking command squad? Oh, fuck, that's a new command squad. Damn. I literally have... So the guy with the golden helmet, I have that.
So this is the return of a kind of classic archetype Space Marine unit, the Command Squad. So we've
this guy,
we've seen Command Squads before, but we've not kind of seen them coalesce together, maybe under the kind of Primaris aesthetic. Tell us about this.
Oh, where's he gone?
Command Squads have always been sort of a collection of guys all brought together, but this is actually a bespoke squad. First and foremost, Eddie, some of the nicest Space Marine miniatures we've ever made. I think that ancient for me is just beautiful. Some of the coolest veterans.
So yeah, the banner guy, like this is literally the old one from the same kit. So like, I didn't paint up the fucking banner because I don't want to, but
well.
This is the banner bearer from that same kit. This is one of the first minis I painted up when I first got back into the hobby. This is literally the non-Primaris firstborn version. Fuck, he's dusty.
Yeah, I think these really are like a painter's dream.
Hey, look at your old models sometime. You really see how far you've come as a painter. Just saying.
Is it just a really nice kind of character, great for taking on enemy
I don't know. I've got the guy, and he's like the guy with the gold helmet. He's like a company champion or something. And I've got the one he's holding up his sword, similar to the captain is.
Up to this point on Primaris Marines, but again, the captain is probably the star of the show because he's again really flexible kit. You can build it in lots of different ways. So coming straight out of this release, you can kind of choose whatever captain you want to lead your Space Marine force. You can have him with a jump pack, you can have him in Terminator armor, you can have him in Tacticus armor, and within that choice, you can still choose loads of different options. So it's a great time to start collecting Space Marines and to kind of lean into whatever you want for your,
you're absolutely
your leader.
right. Yeah, good shout. Look at them top right there with his pointy power fist and his plasma pistol.
Yeah, and that's
it's
all
pretty
for the same
cool.
kit. So you've got lots of different ways you can approach building that Space Marine captain.
Wonderful stuff. It's really nice to see sort of hero models back with lots of different options as well. A lot of people have been asking for them as well, and it's great to see customizable heroes like this again from games.
It's because they truth be told, they just phased out a lot of these models. So I'm not surprised they're bringing out a Primaris new scale version of the same thing. Like they just went. Let's get rid of a bunch of the kits and show some new stuff. Oh, scouts are back. Damn. People really wanted the new scouts, huh? All right. That's kind of a weird choice. All right, so they're pretty much done at this point.
So the 10th company of the Space Marines are going out for their training day.
Glue this one back on.
What do we know about this squad?
So we've seen this archetype before in the Black Templar squads when they had the I can't remember the name. Not
Neophytes.
Neophytes, thank you. But now we see sort of Codex chapters get access to scouts as well with the new models. They're just absolutely beautiful. Of course, a very classic unit for the Space.
It's okay. They just look like they kind of look like Imperial Guardsmen. Like they look like Guardsmen with Space Marine armor, you know.
Lots of different weapon options in the box. They can all have shotguns, bolters, or bolt pistols and combat knives. There's also options in the box for a heavy bolter and a missile launcher as well.
How does this slot in?
Super cool. And yeah, these guys are super stealthy in the game. You can move them around on the battlefield. They can disappear and reappear all over the place, and they can use a smoke screen stratagem as well.
Oh, the monochrome looks cool.
That's great. Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, you've got some options for the sergeant in there as well. So he's obviously a fully fledged.
All right, there we go.
Choosing to wear scout armor to kind of lead them to battle.
Oh no, that's not
also
correct.
got a sniper rifle in there as well. So
yes,
is that correct? No, that's not correct.
Lots of tools the trays basically. So
supposed to be winged down.
Will be Devastator Marines can try out some of the heavy weapons.
Oh yeah, that's more correct.
Exactly, they can go for enemy characters with the sniper rifle. You can take out long-range targets. They're really good at sneaking around and taking objectives, especially with their guerrilla tactics rule. It lets them just sneak off in any way they want to. They're really cool in an army. And just look at the custom options of these kit. I love that grappling launcher top right. It's so cool. The whole box is just a great box. Let's get involved. You know.
And again, it's going to come
with there we go.
options because you can kit the squad out.
Right, so Scyther's looking pretty
in
good.
Direction, in bolt pistol direction, or in shotgun direction. So you're going to have all those other bits left to play with for lots of different.
I always used to have like 4 guys with bolt guns and a heavy bolter, and then another.
I might do something about this.
Because they're still space
well.
in combat. They're still pretty good in a fight.
Well, they're still better than most people's other basic troops, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
There we go. New scouts on the way very soon.
Some of this for dry brushing.
So much to get painted now for Space Marines.
A lot of Space Marines.
So much Space Marines.
Got enough blue paint, Nick?
Plenty. But also, note to say that all of the models we've just shown you can be used for any of the chapters out there. So not just blue paint, although blue paint, in my opinion, is the best. Yeah, if you're Dark Angel fans, Blood Angel fans, all for you as well. Some folks in the chat sort of saying, all just for Codex chapters. No, I'm sure you'll be finding it useful in your Space Wolf army as well, and your Death Watch forces. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to use those models as well. Yeah.
All right, let's just have a quick roundup of all those Space Marines that we've just seen then, and then we'll tell you a little bit about the Codex.
Planet Ogram.
Oh, that's all of them.
Devoured, but the war did not end there.
I'm used to Space Marines getting so much of a boost in their models whenever anyone gets something that I was a bit surprised there when they said that was it. If that is it. Mind you, it looks like they've like revamped a lot of the basic ones. So, So I'm not surprised with a lot of these.
So that's
it's. I wouldn't be surprised if these are all about to be announced in a big box, a reinforcements box.
For the Space Marines, which will be the second codex for the new edition of Warhammer 40,000 after the Tyranid one goes on pre-order.
That's a thick book.
Nick, what do we know about this new Space
So
Marine
exciting!
It's a very thick book.
There's always new exciting things to talk about. The big one here, of course, is that there are more detachments on the way. We've seen detachments already for the new Tyranids that came around before, but the Space Marines are going to get new ones as well. Of course, there's the Gladius Task Force, which we know and love from the index cards. That's in there as well. But also, there's a whole bunch of new detachments that lets you focus your army the way you want to. Now, previously, we would have had stuff like rules for Iron Hands or rules for Salamanders.
This is definitely a new image because I can see a lot of the new kits up there.
Rules now,
Like up on the back ridges, you can see the captain, you can see the stern gun, you can see the jump packs.
Use them. So, for example, we've got one detachment that's all about using tech marines and vehicles. Another one that's about close quarter shooting. Another one that's all about using fast vehicles to get forwards and fight, or even sneaking around in the background with sort of your vanguard troops. So you can customize your army any way you like. So you can have sort of an army of Ultramarines bikes with the rules for an army of bikes.
Brighten up this.
Makes sense.
So you don't quite feel bad for
wing
having the
bit
wrong colour on the battlefield, or by hamstringing yourself into using the wrong rules, I guess, for your army. So certainly if you do have an army like White Scars or Salamanders or Iron Hands that's already lent into the theme, there is a detachment for
100%.
But equally, if you're like, you know what, I really like red Space Marines, but I also really like tanks or flamers or something, you can absolutely kind of lean in that direction and make the army work for you.
Which is a really nice little tweak to change here. You can build your army any way you like, which leans, of course, into how many different options there are. And just look at that picture. You can build your army any way you like at all, with any of the miniatures, and there is going to be one of the detachments for you. My favourite one.
Yeah, that's nice.
The First Company Task Force, Eddie. All about the veterans and the Terminators coming down, which you can also see the new Terminators and the new Stern Guard are perfect for, and they're all...
That's what I've got. I've got you lot. I've got my phone. Not my phone. I've got you lot. I've got the stream, and then I've got my activity. And 3 different mental stimulations seems to be finally enough, right? Normally, I would replace this stream with music.
So we've had a little bit of Warhammer 40,000. We're gonna jump now to the Mortal Realms and have a look at something exciting that's.
Oh, Jess, it's Age of Sigmar time. I mean, technically, you have 2 in my stream. So does that sate you? You got work, don't you? Was your 3rd one? What the fuck is that? Oh, trolls! Holy shit! Yeah, that's pretty cool. Big boy troll. That's a big clungo. Look at it. Oh, that's cool. You can put a little guy on top of there. That's a big troll.
Eddie, what's that? We've discovered a brand new monster in the realm. Actually, it's Trug the Troggoth King, a huge monster for the Gloomspite Gits.
Yeah, so this is an incredible miniature. I think a contender probably for miniature of the year.
So cool.
For me. This is the
Trug.
largest Troggoth we have yet seen.
We should finish our old trolls. Jess, would you like to come on stream and have an incentive to finish our old trolls? Because we'll be held accountable that way.
Ancient civilization has even started building temples and things on his back. He didn't even notice. It didn't wake him up. But the recent tumultuous events of the realms have kind of shaken him from his centuries-long slumber. And basically, that huge engine on his back gives him a headache whenever he goes near anything magical. So he's basically wandering along the magical ley lines of the mortal realms, trying to smash all the magical things he can find so that he can get back to sleep.
It's brilliant. It's such a great character miniature as well. It's got that really sort of over the top.
Right, so those wings are a bit more
Sigmar, but with the
how I was picturing them now, like getting some more bleachy blonde color in there.
Monstrous. The big old laystone on his back as well. He doesn't like it being there. He keeps whacking it with his big club, and it has various magical effects throughout the game. So he doesn't know how it works, but he just keeps hitting it, and something magical happens, and it's just great fun to play with in a game.
Yeah.
That's a great
Loads
model.
of absolutely stunning details on this guy. So you've got kind of bits.
That's
of
a good D&D model if I've ever
artifacts from,
seen one. You know,
civilization that probably no one
you
alive
find
in
the
Warcraft
troll
is
rune
even,
king.
like,
That's
aware of the
fucking
language
sick.
of.
I
You
would
can see
play the hell out of that
old,
model.
Magical leavings
And they know Sigmar's also for
imagine
D&D. That's why they make them the way they do.
Somewhere in this civilization, blissfully unaware that their entire culture was built on literally on the back of a Troggoth.
It's like this. It's like the tertiary market, you know. Like you got your primary, secondary, tertiaries.
Kind of wandering around on there as well. There's skulls and things. There's actually some cave paintings on his belly and on his legs. So you can almost imagine maybe they didn't even know that they were drawing on the side of a troll. So these kind of primitive cultures would have been writing things on him, thinking, that this is our hunting plan, sort of thing.
What a great painting project's going to be! It's discovering new details every time you.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But however, they're not going to be carved. I don't think those are going to be carved into the sprue. They're going to be like
in the realm of life. And
that's
kind of
very clearly hand painted on.
And you can see that manifesting through these great big horns and through the tendrils and things that are kind of creeping around the obelisk on his back.
All right.
It's such a cool. And yeah, you're right, chat. He's got a very big beard as well, which is great for a Troggoth miniature. Yeah, he's coming with the new Dawnbringers book as well, which is we'll talk about in a bit. But he's on his way, lumbering over the hill with his army of Troggoths, and he's terrifying. Yeah, I
think they should make the trolls just a completely new army, like not part of the goblin
which means
army.
Other Troggoths he can regenerate wounds as he goes along, but he's obviously thanks to being asleep.
Just to have a big army of trolls would be fun in that game.
He regenerates even
Conceptually,
more than
anyway.
So it's really tough to kill him. So he's a perfect model to lead your Gloomspite Gitz force.
Yeah, we're talking a little bit there about the new Dawnbringers book. Let's jump to that now. Actually, on what's.
Dawnbringers. I don't really follow the Age of Sigmar stuff as much, but I love those troll models. They're so good. Alright, Scyther is done. Let's move on to Parasect real quick. Let me put him down here.
So the Dawnbringers Crusades continue, Eddie. Part 2, The Reign of the Brute. What do we know about this book?
Well, the Brute refers to Trog, the Troggoth King, as the model we just previewed. But yes, this continues the story of the Dawnbringers Crusades, specifically 2 great crusades heading out of Hammerhall, one into the realm of fire, one into the realm of life. And in this particular
it's like a magenta
they bump into destruction. They literally bump into the forces of destruction. So there is a very heavy presence from Trogs. There's lots of Gargants who are trying to get in the way, and there are Uruks as well that are kind of attacking these crusades from all sides. So Sigmar's great hope of recolonization of the realms is bumping into the current inhabitants, which aren't too pleased to see them.
Giant monsters, man.
So loads of great lore, loads of great stories, and kind of continues the narrative of Age of Sigmar. Gives you loads of Path to Glory rules to recreate those battles and for you to fight your own Dawnbringer Crusades. There's lots of specific stuff for destruction as well. So we've talked a bit about it already, hinted at some of the rules around Troggoths. There is a Troggoth army of renown in this book, which basically lets you do an entire Trog-leaning army, mostly to be led by Trog, the Troggoth King, with loads of rules specifically for the kind of wandering horde that is following around in his wake.
And fantastic. And also, of course, you saw in the video there.
I think I'm going to go with the burgundy color a bit more.
Very excited about. An entire army of pigs is in that book as well. You can take just an army of grunters, which is great.
It is. In fact, let's have a look at some more of the new Iron Jaws now.
Let's do it now.
Oh, orcs. These make good D&D models as well. They're really armored up brute orcs. Really good ones. Iron Jaws. Oh, that's right. They had to change their name to Aurochs in this as well, which always amuses me. So they could copyright it. Only 4
It's
things.
time for the Iron Jaws to make a big appearance back in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. We had some great models before in the past. We've seen some more models recently, but this is a whole wave of Oryx.
There are a lot of Oryx on their way for sure. So we'll start off with this guy. So we saw Clonk at the start of the week. I think already hit
The
the fans.
anvil
So,
squig.
What is not to love?
Oh, look at
Squig
him!
is also an anvil.
Look at that little guy! Holy shit!
Comes with
Look at this little fuck.
Which is basically
Ooh, flat-headed shithead. That's Flat Fuck Friday!
Has a skill beyond just hitting people really hard. This guy can hit metal really hard and make it into great weapons. He is a named character for Age of Sigmar, so a brand new named Iron Jaw, which is pretty cool. And he is a smith. He has a couple of options in game, so you can either kit him out with a ward-smashing weapon, or you can
I
kit him
love
out
the
with stuff
squig.
to help him buff nearby.
Yeah,
Oryx
right?
units. So
Yeah.
a really useful model, something we haven't really seen before for Iron Jaws in terms of like a buffing character.
I also
and
really
also
want
a
that
really
sassy,
great model to
the
paint. And
sassy
of course,
Nurgling.
a set with-
However, I can't justify buying the model just for that. It's like one of those like, I will paint it on stream type of models, but I can't just buy
a really
it.
fun model, a great kind of addition to your Iron Jaws force.
Yeah, he's really cool. He has the ability as well to hit opponents so hard with his ward smashing chopper that he can literally switch off enemies' ward saves.
Hydrate but normal like, thank you.
Ward saves, which is really cool in game. I can't think of many rules in the
Like,
game.
I really should make like a
nice, unique option for your
list of like, would love to paint on stream, but
We've
won't
also
do
got
it
brute
without
rages,
help type
so,
thing.
Oryx, culture,
But yeah,
all about
just
boasts, right? So
shit, man.
Oryx
It's just
stomp
such a
around
funny
the
mod.
camp
Some of the
boats and
models
they
are
can
so
go,
funny.
Arm wrestle a gargant or headbutt a mountain or something like that. And sometimes they'll get called on those boasts and not be able to live up to it. And the shame of that drives these Oryx brutes to become brute rages. What they do is they discard their armor and they take up great two-handed weapons and they
There
get
you
charging
go.
off
Large
into the
screen
middle of
for
the
you.
army like berserkers to prove that they are absolutely the hardest orcs around, and nobody could ever accuse them of being cowardly or not living up to
I'll
their
put you
rights.
there.
It is,
I still want to have the
overstated,
I'm just gonna put Twitch chat off for a
Take
bit,
brave soldier to challenge an Oryx on his break.
so I can
These models are
still
fantastic.
have some
First
paint.
seen in the Warhammer Underworlds Warband a little while ago, one of these brute rages. Now a whole unit of them in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. You can take lots of different weapon options. They can take chain smashers, gore hackers, or brute crushers, all of which are devastating in combat. And these guys are berserk. They can run and charge in the same turn, which makes them super good in a game. So get them involved. Just insert them into the enemy army as soon as possible and see what they can do about it. Yeah, they are pretty hard, guys. Yep, absolutely.
This is a dual kit as well, so you can also build these guys as weird brute wreckers. So
Weird brutes?
wreckers are
Oh, fuck
orcs
yeah.
who,
Psychers?
channel an unusual amount of war energy. It gives them like a bit of a green headache, and sometimes they can start vomiting glowing green power, basically. And the Oryx solution to this is to kind of embrace it and hammer these masks onto the Oryx.
The Games
and
Workshop
let them run off
sculpting
towards
game
the
has
enemy
gotten
with great
out of
power and
control
chains
good
and
recently.
enemy force.
Yeah, imagine
Genuinely.
Remember Night Goblin Fanatics? You know, the Grot Fanatics?
Yeah, yeah.
They're like that, but super huge and big versions of them. They just run into the enemy force.
Just in
and
case Night Goblin Fanatics weren't scary enough, you can now it's an enormous, great Oryx brute
These things are just
swinging a
terrifying.
ball and chain. So again, a kind of line breaker unit basically that's going to go into the middle of the enemy army and just make an absolute mess.
Finally,
These
some
are
shirtless
particularly
war
good for
fungus.
smashing
Yeah, I know, right?
hordes of enemy infantry.
Yeah, absolutely. They get so many attacks, and if you roll well, even more as well.
I'm gonna do this,
But look at these, Eddie.
and that way I don't have
New
to paint
workings
any
of the
differently.
Oryx Ard Boys, the new sort of models for the Iron Jaws, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah, so this
Oh,
is a really, really
oh,
good
fuck
kit.
the Ard
So,
Boys. Oh shit, that's
thing,
cool.
Even though Oryx Ard
Oh,
Boys are
grey orc
arguably
skin.
like
No,
the
hold on.
Basic unit.
That's just
in
the face.
The Iron Jaws army. This is
That's a 20-year model
this is
re-kit
really cool.
that they've just done there. That's
previously
really
the
cool.
Orc Boys
I actually have a
used
one that I
for,
converted into regular
Warhammer
Orc Ard
from
Boys.
Warhammer Fantasy. This is a huge glow up for that kit. They've much more character, much more dynamism in these models. Really,
I really like
rugged,
orcs.
angry-looking shields. Even the kind of shields are kind of weapons. More options than they used to have. So you've got some spear options in there. You've got the champion. You can kit them out in different ways, and they can give you some options basically for your battle line.
I think the fact that
If your wallet can take it, I say yes.
as
I'm a
well.
bad
The
influence,
whole
though.
aesthetic of these are absolutely beautiful, while still keeping some of the callbacks. Raph was talking about how they look a little bit like
Oh,
the
Scarlet's song!
and the old Black Hawk miniatures, especially with the helmets.
Let's get
They've
you in
got a
there
few of
with
those
that.
callbacks in there, but with the new Orc aesthetic, which is just
Hello, we're watching the Warhammer preview. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you for the raid.
And also, they've got a lot better in the game as well.
Thank you, thank you.
As you can imagine, they're just
Is that coming
harder
through?
and so much more tough to kill as well. So,
Oh my
yeah, these
goodness,
are
a
great.
Thank you
Fella.
so much for the raid, Scarlet.
Which is
Love
pretty
seeing ya.
tasty In Age of Sigmar, that's quite hard.
Painting
to
my
get.
Parasect, and we're
those
watching
spears
some
as well
Warhammer preview today.
Fits against charging enemies, which is pretty cool. So at the moment, most of your Iron
Jess,
Jaws
can I get a
fight
shout out for Scarlet's
are all
song
about running at
in
the
there
enemy
as
as
well,
fast as they can,
please?
trying
Thank
to
you
make
so
them
much for
but
the raid and
sometimes
bringing
you
you
do
a
actually need to
fantastic
overrun.
community.
So
The
it's
Parasect
quite
is
useful
starting to
have a
happen.
unit
We
that is
finished
both hard
Scyther
to
as well.
kill and very good at taking a charge. These are absolutely your anvil unit in an Iron Jaws force.
And we're oogling over the new Warhammer preview as
Well,
well.
there we go.
Yeah.
And also, Eddie, the Iron Jaws Battle Tome supplement is on the way as well.
Yeah, so there is a supplement for Battle Tome Oryx. This is going to be a free PDF. So all of those new units that we've shown off today, including the new pigs that we saw previously, and the new Iron Jaws Big Boss that we saw on the community site, all of those will have be available in the new supplement and in your Warhammer Age of Sigmar app. So you can download them for free and add them into your existing Iron Jaws. Or
Thank you for following Heal Over Time.
So cool.
So
In addition to the range, right, Eddie? What's up next? What are we
Saturday is
thinking
usually the day they come out for pre-order, but they probably only the Tyranids are going up for pre-order this week, I think.
now? More pigs?
They're usually a month or two behind on the translation for it. Horus Heresy coming up by the look of it, if you like that older Warhammer style, the old 4th edition rule set. Oh, okay, Iron Armor. It'll be the that's kind of cool. I don't really love this armor. Old Hammer. Well, Old Hammer is the Warhammer Fantasy one they used to call it. No worries, Captain. Have a great stream. Thank you for the lurk, though. I appreciate that. We are on for another hour and a half. Flowers. Thank you.
A new multi-part Iron Armor kit for the Horus Heresy. Nick,
Just
what do you know about this?
cleaning my brush a
Well, that
bit.
is, so they are an all-round box to be used throughout your Horus Heresy forces. We've got the Mark III Tactical Squad here, and of course, interchangeable with all of the kits we already got as well. So we've got the special weapons and the heavy weapons we already have. You can use on these guys as well to make them super customizable.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing about this unit. Obviously, we have seen iron armored units before for the Horus Heresy. These ones are very much in scale with the newer Beaky models that we saw more recently. But the key thing with this unit is that all of the weapons interchange with all of the new upgrades, basically. So it's a tactical squad.
Fuck, you'd
but
want
you
them
can
to
very,
for you're
very
paying that much for the
easily
boxes.
Add in other weapons and other kit to make it do lots of different things for you. You can give it flamers and plasma guns and las cannons and multi-melters and all the different things that you want to do with it. And obviously, there's a few
There we
options
go.
in the kit already. You've got kind of power fists and plasma pistols. And
No,
different
that's
charges,
cool. That's
as
cool,
well.
Scarlet. Thank you anyway for bringing everyone through. I really appreciate it.
Hope to have in a Legion Astartes box.
Hope you have a good day.
Caught my eye.
You like your back banner. You like
Do
your
you like
back
my
banners.
banners? It's really nice to see different versions of the armor as well. Because of course, some legions in particular were quite used to having this armor. So the Iron Warriors on the left-hand side, famous for having lots of Mark III around, and they look fantastic painted up in that color scheme.
Particularly lends itself
Mark
well to those
III, that's
legions
what
that
it
are
was,
famous for
yeah.
being kind of durable or rugged or kind of taking the punches quite well. So Iron Warriors, of course, look very good for things like Death Guard, Imperial Fists, Salamanders, that sort of thing. Any of those kind of very kind of rough and tumble legions, I suppose.
And that Ultramarine does look good as well.
I suppose you can paint
Yeah.
it blue if you want. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
There we go. What have we got next?
Yeah, that's not the only new thing on its way for the Horus Heresy. Let's have a look at the next video.
Oh, new dreadies. That is the biggest missile launcher. It is fascinating to see this Age of Darkness subset of 40k or 30k, if you want to call it, getting like bigger weaponry sometimes than the 40k stuff. Very amusing. However, I'm pretty sure a lot of this was like lost in the Age of Strife in terms of the lore, so... Or the Age of... Whatever fucking heresy made them lose a bunch of their technology.
Brand new plastic Dorito Dreadnought fills out the last of the 3 famous.
Did they say Dorito Dreadnought? It's the Dorito Dreadnought.
The Dorito Dreadnought is, of course, the absolute.
Just you wait for the memes to come out.
This thing is
fucking immediately. If anyone's making a quick Photoshop, now's the time if you want some clicks for the Dorito Dreadnought.
Has twin heavy bolters in its chest, which you can swap out for flames if you want to, and of course is carrying the huge anvilus autocannon batteries on its arms, which this model can actually swap out for the plasma cannonades as well, which you can see here as well. So you've got loads of different weapon options for the kit to absolutely blow your opponents away from range. And the Dreadnought Super Tower is not easy to get rid of. This thing is
now that one's dangerously cheesy.
Gun line, but one model.
Yeah, it's just like a one-man gun line, basically.
Absolutely right,
so,
yeah.
Like a walking turret to put right in the middle of your army. You can use it for any of your legions. It also has Legends rules for use in Warhammer 40,000 as well if you wanted to use it. But yeah, it's just a really cool model. We have seen this model before in resin, but the plastic obviously makes it much more accessible, easy to build, much easier to pose, easier to kind of add multiples to your army, all that stuff. This model and the Space Marine unit we just saw will be coming individually. They'll also be coming in a Legionnaires Astartes battle group. So we've got a shot to show you all the things that are coming in that set, which is, I think, 30.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm right in saying 30 Space Marines, a Land Raider, and one of the new plastic Dreadnoughts. You'll also note that there's some special weapon sprues in this as well. So if you see the troopers at the back there, you can see some plasma guns and some Volkites, and you can see how easily the guns can be
dangerously heretical.
Weapons. I think you get almost enough special weapons if you wanted to give almost everything in that box.
That's cool. It's a super good box, actually, if you're just starting out a force, isn't it? Rather than...
It's one of those moments where I have like a very easy shit post I could make.
Yeah, so if you bought the Age of Darkness
However,
box
I
last year, then
don't want to stop painting.
This will give you pretty much more than 3,000 points of Horus Heresy, which is pretty cool, so you're good to go. If you've yet to kind of dip your toe into Horus Heresy and are looking for a good way to start, this is a really good place to start, particularly if you're going to lean into one of those legions.
All right. I think that looks pretty good.
Is their kind of go-to plate.
Perfect. It would certainly suit like an Iron Warriors force, wouldn't it, with the big gunline Dreadnought and the Mark III plate all over the place.
Yeah, you can use it for any, but yeah, there's
come on,
certain
focus
legions
properly.
That, just look good in heavy armor, right?
There we go. That does look quite tempting.
I think that...
I've not painted any Ultramarines for Horus Heresy yet. I might have to start.
Why are you outside?
Cool. All right. So
the amount of mosquitoes I have is outrageous. I'm suffering. Are you outside, or are they just getting indoors? Some more Sigma. Oh, Warcry. Warcry have cool kits. Indeed, looking good. Thank you. The best trap. Dogs! We have dogs! Dog alert! Dog alert! We have a good boy! We have a good boy. Certified. Oh, many good boys! Jess, there's 4 dogs. There's 4 dogs in the kit. 4 dogs. What are these? Are they like ogre zombies? The hunters are boring, but I can use hunters for D&D. Dogs! Dogs! We have dogs, everyone! Oh, it's a box set? I would rather buy just the simple kit.
Hunter and Hunted, a new box on the way for Warcry, and we've seen some brand new miniatures in there, and even some new unit types as well, which is pretty cool. Tell us about those, man.
Yeah, so this is a new set for Warcry. All of the miniatures in this can also be used in Warhammer Age of Sigmar, and this is basically a battle set between the Cities of Sigmar hunters
the
and
Green Stuff World
Ogre
pet
Gorges,
sets,
which are a unit we haven't really seen for a very long time. So this is a little bit different from some of the Warcry sets we've seen in the past, where it tended
I think we might actually have that one.
But you also got loads and loads of terrain. So the assumption is at this point that if you've been collecting Warcry for
the
2 or
green
3
stuff.
years,
So we bought a Dungeons and Lasers one that has like 20 animal companions in it.
One really cool piece of terrain and then 2 warbands. So there's lots of stuff you can immediately use, basically.
Hunters could be freaking amazing though as conversion base material. You're so right.
Ogre unit, and they are.
Oh yeah, they're
really
ogres.
These are
They look
ogres
dead.
Who basically suffer from like, extreme hunger. So ogres, normally you associate them with like very big, rotund, angry monsters, but they kind of have full bellies and are very proud of their guts. This is the worst thing that could possibly happen to an ogre as far as they're concerned, which is that they haven't got full guts, and they're unable to satiate the hunger inside themselves, and they kind of become these pariah packs of ogres.
The
that
grot
skulk around
troll?
the edges of the
Where's
camp
that?
and feed on the
I didn't see it. I missed it.
and they kind of throw away scraps and stuff. And occasionally they wander out into settlements and into civilization.
So they're not undead. They're emaciated to the point where they look like zombies. They're basically zombies.
Basically, that's the worst thing that could possibly
That's the
happen.
worst.
The absolute worst.
They're so bestial in their nature as well. Sort of like the mind's completely overtaken by just the hunt for food. Nothing else matters anymore. And they're just amazing miniatures. You mentioned the fact that we haven't seen one of these for a long time. We had that sort of a couple of miniatures in Metal and Finecast many moons ago in the Gorger, but now we have a
I would love BG3 handheld,
be used in Warcry and AOS as well.
but
And this
my
is
gosh.
the classic one. So that one bottom left there is very similar to one of the Gorges that we've seen before in Metal, but these are much more detailed. They're plastic. There's some options in there as well in terms of like
Mutant Ogrins, you're so right.
Um,
I love converting.
and yeah, just a really cool unit. They are a Warcry warband in their own right. They can also be added.
So
into,
this
ogre
guy needs to be
forces,
orange as well.
They, also in this box, you've got that cool
I need to mix
Maw pit as well, which is really cool.
Look at these.
So you got the Wilder Corpse Hunters. So we have seen this unit before. So
Oh, there's a dude holding back a dog. Oh, Jess. If you want these dogs, I'll take the hunters, because the hunters look fucking rad as guards. I really like all those.
And then they go out to
They're good D&D minis.
cull the local monsters and
I would like to paint one doggy.
to find their new settlements.
And as the chat is pointing out, there are quite a lot of doggos in this box.
And obviously,
Yeah,
the star of the box.
The star of the box
great
is the
dogs.
dog.
Five
They
great
know
dogs.
what we're about.
Exactly, it's a dog.
They know what we're about.
These are wonderful miniatures. In Warcry, they're all about standing back and shooting with their big crossbows and letting the enemy close in. They've even got a special reaction that lets them escape from combat if anyone get too close. And of course, they can use
I do like the
Sigma
doggies.
as
Yeah,
well.
fair.
We've seen the rules from the Cities of Sigma, where they're expert.
Just get
trackers
some
and can just nip around
water
the
in me
battlefield
palette
and hide
real
and
quick.
skulk away in bits of ruins as well. They're just beautiful miniatures and a wonderful little painting project. Must have. Oh, look at that.
And this is the Maw pit. So this is the piece of terrain you get in that set as well. So this can either.
Oh,
be
that's
added
the
into
new
your
version of the
Warcry
thing Stu has, our friend.
Or you can add this as a swap.
I've seen him. He's got the Ogre Mortrab's Maw Pit or whatever it's called. It's just like
Sigma and have this instead. And what it basically represents is a great gullet in the realm, and the ogres believe that this is a manifestation of their deity. Whether that is true or not, what they do is they take some of their
throw
victims
shit
and their
into it.
raids and things, and throw kind of choice.
my
offerings.
Leviathan box on the ground with a bunch of
You're
unpainted
eaten by
Space
the
Marines
ogres,
agree with you.
You will either be eaten by the ogres or thrown into
Mind
the
you,
pits.
I'm
not sure
like
which is worse,
or
to be
both.
honest. Or
almost
both,
at
or
the
a bit.
halfway point of my
The
Tyranid
Gorgers
box.
revere this as there's like the bit of their mind that is still able to comprehend reveres these as kind of sacred places. So they're just about enough
So,
wherewithal to kind of drag a
Greyhound.
few sacrifices to this pit and throw them in.
It's wholly terrifying.
It's
It
pretty-
really,
it's
really
pretty-
is like adding
it's pretty
horror
terrifying,
into
yeah,
Warhammer
yeah.
to a truly horrifying.
It's when you like imagine what might be underneath, right? Like
Yeah.
how far down does it go? What's actually under there? That's
What is
the
it?
terrifying
Yeah.
part.
It's a Diglet. It's a the
amazing stuff.
Diglet's down there.
There we go.
Cthulhu Diglet.
Around the great box set for Warcry, it just keeps knocking out the park every time.
You actually, if you could find a Leviathan box not for retail price, because I know like Element Games in UK could possibly ship to you, and they do like they do like a 5 to 10% under retail. At that point, splitting it with a friend is very worth it. We in Australia oh, that's fun. In Australia, we order from a place called Gap Games, and it's 21% under retail, because Warhammer's so expensive otherwise. Why don't you get a starter set then? Like one of the starter sets that it costs less than the Leviathan box, and you only get slightly less minis. But if you want the Tyranid side, really, really good value. Space Marines not as much, but
for Blood Bowl, a classic team
Yeah.
for Blood Bowl, of course, but with a reimagining with a sort of real.
also,
horror vibe
look
going
on
into the
Facebook.
team. They're
Look on
just
Facebook.
fantastic miniatures.
I've seen
Yeah,
because
so we've
because
seen
the
a
Leviathan
few
box is
undead
basically able to be
warbands,
split up.
sorry,
People are
undead
selling
teams
just
for
the
Blood
Space
Bowl,
Marine half of the Tyranid half for like
these take a very different
$150
angle. It's got
bucks
kind of
Australian.
low
So
sort of vibe
what's
to them.
that?
So you can
50
see a
to
mix there
75
of
British
vampires,
pounds
which are obviously very capable.
for the
They're all
entire
things that
half.
Blood Bowl
Like
play to be
the
their
secondary
classic
market
and
is
killing,
very good.
And you've got the thralls in there as well, which are basically the walking packed lunches for the vampires.
And then what, $10 shipping or however much shipping? I don't know how much it would cost actually in your area.
The actual team in terms of the game have changed quite a little bit. They still
Vampire footballers. That's weird.
If they roll badly on their bloodlust rolls. But there's actually some new positionals as well. They've got a thrower for the first time, which is so-called have a vampire with a pass skill. And also in the team, blitzers, which we had before, which we can see here. They've got the juggernaut skill and they're pretty good. But also we've got runners in the team as well for the first time.
Such a strange concept for a game.
They're so fast and driving all over the place.
They're like skinks that kill you.
Literally skinks that kill you, yeah. Terrifying players. You pay the gold coins for them, of course, but they're great. So a really nice reimagining of the team.
You totally could. Yeah. What, imagine Asterion trying to kick a ball. I mean, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah. There's lots of...
Why isn't it going far?
Miniatures designers have taken the opportunity to add some humor in there as well. So lots of the kind of peripheral bits you get.
I mean, do you want the whole Leviathan box, or do you want like just half of it? Like you don't have to. If you don't want all the models, I would probably say go secondhand market because they'll be selling it below retail, but also for a reasonable price that would be like half the retail box or half the below retail price for the box.
For Blood Bowl very soon, and can't wait for them.
Yeah. And then we've got some other board game news for you as well.
Okay, what we got?
It's a big preview. Lumineth, all right. Underworlds, yeah. The way that they have to appeal to men in this game, with like we gotta have our board game of like Death Gorge. It's very funny to me. Yeah, that works.
A brand new series for Warhammer Underworld, Death Gorge. Nick, what do we know about
I think that was a 1-to-1 of that wash, and I kind of liked how this turned out.
To Antdor, where the General's Handbook for Warhammer Age of Sigmar has it. The whole place has been frozen over by the Everwinter. There's a frozen wasteland, and we've got a whole new
Frosty
season of Underworlds with really cool miniatures, loads of cool little rules tweaks as well all over the place. But I know what everyone's saying in the chat. There's a squid, Eddie, and in that warband, which is just the coolest thing. We'll come to that in a moment. Of course, we know it's there. The whole season's changed. There's a few rules tweaks here that make the life better for players. A few little things to make life clearer as well. You can add the plunder rule gets changed, for example, if you play Underworld. But the big news of the season are the two new warbands in there: Tyranids Razors, the Idneth Deepkin, and the
I don't mind that. So that's kind of matching the color that I wanted for the Parasect body.
The Slaanesh warband first. So this
like
is,
a pale orange.
Quite interesting takes on the Slaaneshi vibe. What do we know about these guys?
So yeah, you're absolutely right. They are absolutely they're sort of reminiscent of the sort of excess that Slaanesh shows. The leader is Vexmore, the excessively indolent in the centre there, who's the laziest demonette ever and actually thrives off the laziness. In fact, she's so lazy, if she fails to defend herself, she takes less damage in combat, which is cool. We've got Lassiver, the Bladed Blessing on the right, and Vashtis, the
That's quite funny to have someone who's lazy in your warband.
In fact, they get better in the game if one of the other ones fails, which is great. They're a really cool warband in the game, quite tanky and quite aggro as well. So get them involved into a fight. They're just really cool models to paint up, and a wonderful warband to use. Pretty difficult to use in terms of the game. They've also got some really cool little rules tweaks in there as well. There's some cards called Temptations, where you can offer your opponents a choice to make.
It's a little bit like the mechanic in Age of Sigmar.
Absolutely, yeah. They're both bad choices, but you've got a choice to make. And they've also got some upgrades called False Gifts, which you can give to enemy fighters. They appear to be good, but have a downside. Like you might get a +1 wound, but you might not be able to move anymore, which is just cool, right? That's proper Slaaneshi. And of course, the other warband facing off against them. There are other
forget
fighters.
about
Proper
the rest of the guys,
Slaneshi.
'cause I think everybody wants to know about this guy. So I assume the warband.
Oh, look at him! Bloody squiddy!
Let's be honest, probably. No, actually not. This is Scyther, the cephalopod. Is just absolutely monstrous. He's huge as well. It doesn't really quite show you how big this model is, but he's monstrous in the game as well. And you'll be happy to know he's got a special rule in the game where if he gets attacked, he can squirt ink in your face and escape, which is just the coolest image.
I like that these
come
underworld
with some other
sets
models.
kind of
Of
have
course,
the
yeah,
silly
yeah. So this is
aspect
an
to them.
Iron Metal warband,
That's a
we've
big
got a
squid.
magic user in there as well, and a couple of fighters. So this looks like a fairly flexible warband that can do a bit of everything.
Yeah, they are a flex aggro warband and go for objectives as well. You've got the battle mage in the centre, who is the leader, Tyranids of the Abyss, and the two Namati either side, who are just good warriors who just dish out the attacks. Yeah, they're a really good, fun aggro warband to go and smash your opponent's face in. So yeah, the
squid
Slaneshi one
is
more
fun.
about sort of like tempting your opponent and controlling what they do and manipulating. These guys just run forward and smash your face in. And
Oh, Swedish Muppet, if you need to go, then
really good fun
you should
to
sleep
control.
if
And
you
there's a
can.
squid.
If you've got the
So
insomnia, that's
a
cool.
card really.
That's fine as
Can't go
well.
wrong with that, no. It's absolutely brilliant.
I mean, it wouldn't have been my first choice to invade an icy chasm.
Thank you.
You know, that's fine. You know, they've gone with squid. That's fine.
Of course, the box comes with 4 decks of cards for One Underworlds. On the top, you've got the 2 Rivals decks, which go with those 2 warbands. And the bottom as well, 2 Universal Rivals decks, which any warband can use. Breakneck Slaughter and Force of Frost. Breakneck Slaughter, as you would imagine, is all out aggro and smashing people's faces in. Force of Frost is about a bit more board control. So yeah, they're useful for any player who plays Underworld. So even if you don't want to paint a squid or some lazy demonettes, then you absolutely can get.
Yeah, no worries, man. We've still got an hour left.
The game as well, so it's a must-have for any Warhammer Underworlds players.
So
It's also worth saying.
we see you
it's a
later,
really
we
good
will
box
see you
to
later.
Start playing Warhammer Underworld. So any of the season sets basically give you a board, 2 warbands, all the cards you need. So this is a self-contained board game. So just
What
by buying
crime?
this set
What crime?
Without adding anything else to it, you have a complete gaming experience, but obviously gives you.
Who's been committing
It's
crimes?
crucially the place to get hold of the latest edition of the rules as well, which is it's the ultimate competitive miniatures games. It's always worth keeping up with the latest set of rules. So Death Gorge is a must-have if you're playing to get hold of those.
You get a sense of how big the squid is on that particular one, don't you? 'Cause
Massive!
Like, I think you kind of imagine it being like a little critter, but actually it's quite considerably larger than most of the other fighters it's up against.
If you play Warhammer Underworlds, he's got 4 wounds.
Donut theft! Whoa.
There we go.
That is a crime most
Very cool.
foul.
I cannot wait to get hold of that box. I'm a big fan of Underworlds. There we go. We've got
Cool.
more.
All right. Well,
this
we've
needs
had
a bit
some,
more medium in it.
Mortal Realms. We're going to hop over now to the old world and have a look at a new model.
Ooh, we haven't had old world models very much yet. So this is what they call Old Hammer. Because it's the Warhammer Fantasy. Unicorn? What the fuck is this? She's gonna be majestic. That's very pretty. Elves. It's always elves. That's pretty cool. I like that. I don't mind that. Spread magic to the old world.
What an absolutely stunning miniature on the way for the Bretonians for the old world.
Oh,
That is
Breton, that's a
really
human
sweet
model.
card. Special character of the Bretonians riding a unicorn into battle, and just
The
has to
riding
be
a
one of the most
unicorn
beautiful
is
miniatures
quite
I've
fun.
Ever seen come from Games Workshop? What do you think, man?
It's really, really beautiful. Like, I think we're so used to seeing Warhammer miniatures that are like covered in skulls and bedecked in kind of gothic features that actually, this is just a really beautiful model. It's like a really handsome horse, like a beautiful pose, a great miniature, a very different sort of thing to paint. So this is going to look spectacular and really stand out in the middle of a Bretonian.
That's
army.
exactly what I was thinking. If you
Everything
paint that model and it's not in a Lord of the Rings army, that's going to stand out
and shining lances,
so well.
kind of single radiant point of light right in the middle, as you'd expect, representing the Lady of the Lake and the chalice of the Grail itself.
Just absolutely stunning. Just the sculpt of the unicorn itself is beautiful. Look at its face; it's just so.
I really like the
so
flowers
much
on her
character
dress.
in
That's
it.
going to be nice.
And the purity and lines all over the miniature. I genuinely am in love, and I suppose that's probably kind of what the sculptor's trying to get across: the absolute sort of pinnacle of purity of the Bretonian forces.
Yeah, well, certainly of the damsels in the Bretonnian forces. So the Bretonnians aren't all nobility and chivalry, perhaps, but they certainly represent it more than most factions do in Warhammer. Some really nice nods on this miniature to some classic models. So if you've been playing Warhammer,
can you smell the grognard tears being like, I don't want to paint a woman.
Of the Fey Enchantress, so the unicorn,
Oh,
kind of the hair and the heraldry and the
there's a
aesthetic touches.
Warhammer, not my little pony.
Kind of wrapped in rather than like armor or anything. It's actually harnessed with the power of nature.
Just don't buy it.
Rather than kind of anything else, which is kind of nodding towards the magical power of the damsel herself.
Even the reins around the unicorn's neck are sort of garland made of thorns and branches, which really pays off that. And it's nice to see as well the glow up sort of from the right hand screen across sort of the Fey Enchantress through years to come to Lady Elise.
Yeah, I think every single time those miniatures came out, I was like, that's one of the best miniatures that exists, and there's just something about Bretonnian damsels on unicorns that just seems to bring out the best in the sculpting team every single time. Really amazing
absolutely
model.
Stunning stuff. And
Yeah, it's because you get to make something different other than just man with gun, you know?
People in the chat asking, Eddie, what's that being made out of, that room?
So that is a resin miniature. So I think in
Oh,
your head, if you
God,
imagine
resin.
this is being approached in a similar way to something like the Primarch series we had for the Horus Heresy. So there will be like a range of very, very detailed, very specialist resin miniatures that are kind of leaning into the detail. There will also be new plastic miniatures for the old world and lots of returning kits as well. So you have a good mix of things to play with.
There we go. It's a little teaser on more stuff to come in the future. If the quality is like that for the old world, we've got some amazing stuff to look forward to.
Do indeed. We have one last thing to show the folks, and I think this might be the showstopper miniature. We've had some pretty impressive miniatures so far in this preview. We've had the new Trog, we've had the Bretonnian Damsel, obviously, new Dread.
Oh, I think there's going to be a new Primarch. I heard whispers about that.
Of course, but this miniature might be the best of all of them, and maybe the best miniature of the year.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll let you decide
Maybe the best
yourselves.
miniature of the year. Yeah, it's going to be a Primarch, I reckon.
Raph, do you wanna...
Might be Fulgrim or something. Fuck, I called it! It's Fulgrim! Holy shit! Fucking hell! Wow! Whoa! Dude! Whoa! Okay. Oh my god! Fuck! Oh, hold on. Is this a Horus Heresy one? Shit! No one thought we'd get the fucking pretty boy. Whoa! Holy shit!
So, Fulgrim Transfigured, a new character miniature for the Horus Heresy series. Absolutely incredible model.
I think that this is Horus Heresy. This is going to be a
released.
This is going to be a full-on resin model like they did with Primarchs and stuff. But that's so fucking cool that we finally got Fulgrim.
Just look. I mean, Fulgrim
is
the personification of perfection, and the miniature reflects that.
I didn't think they would.
Absolutely stunning. Everything I wanted from this model. And exactly
Huge, expensive. That's a fucking model, though. You really gotta admire that one. So that means that we might get him in 40K pretty soon in a smaller scale, a bit of a different kit. But it is very impressive how they made the hot boy fucking Chaticus hot boy Warhammer into that demonic thing, but still looking so good. That is still a handsome man in a snake body, you know?
This is
Damn!
During the Horus
Curling
Heresy,
around that
just
wrist.
after he's been ascended to demonhood, just before the events of the Siege of Terror sort of thing.
Far out.
So, lots of you, I'm sure, would like to see him appear in Warhammer 40,000. Maybe he will one day, but until that time, you've got this beautiful model.
Maybe he will one day.
And again, this is a resin miniature, Eddie?
It is a resin miniature, yes. So
I think, if anything, I think that's flagstoning that maybe in 10th edition at some point we'll get Emperor's Children as a full codex.
We might see more
Maybe,
Primarchs
who knows? But if they release Fulgrim, they'll have to release like Noise Marines and all of the stuff associated specifically with the Emperor's Children. So I wouldn't be surprised if they've got a Fulgrim done, but they need to wait for the rest of the range to be done up. And maybe the rules as well, even.
So the character himself is kind of swollen with power. Obviously, he's got more arms. He's got snake body. The body.
Damn, that's a model.
Bigger than some of the his brothers now, but that added with the kind of extra scale of the snake body and the wings makes.
Look how tall. That's going to be like $1,000 fucking resin model just because of the wings.
Certain painting project as well. If you play Horus Heresy. Wow. What a way to finish, Eddie. That's quite the finish of that one.
Yeah.
The fact that we've never seen Fulgrim either, so that's very impressive.
We saw Ultramarines at the start. I was quite happy with those Ultramarines later on. That's good. But for me personally, I'm a huge
I'm shook of how cool that looks.
That are just beautiful.
I don't know if I would want it.
So I mean,
but like, I'm forever impressed that they finally did that one.
The Troggoth King. I think he might be my most excited thing.
The Troggoth King is very
awesome. One I wasn't expecting at all was I need to get hold of that Lady Elise Dishard and paint her up. It's just one of the best miniatures Games Workshop's ever released. So that's definitely going to be on my painting table as well. Guys, I think that's that. We're going to wrap up.
That is. Well, thank you ever so much for joining us, guys. If you were also with us at the Nova Open itself, thank you for joining us. This has been the Warhammer Preview Online. I'd like to say a big thanks for all of you who are in the chat following along. A big thanks to Notley, who's been keeping you all behaved. A big thanks to Raf, who's been making sure all the videos play. And Nick, thank you for joining me.
Thank you. It's been a really great. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Damn. That's a model. That was fucking cool. That would be quite the battle. All right, let's get rid of this. And let's turn some music back on. Man, that was a pretty good preview. That was a pretty good preview. You don't usually get a good preview like that often. That was a pretty damn good one. I'm glad we watched that. I'm glad you stuck around and indulged me with my my Warhammer habits. I'll put chat back on screen as well for you. There you go. But Parasect, as I've been doing this, has been looking pretty good. So we've got him in... Is it the right color? Yes. We've got him starting to come together. Just going to make the underbelly a bit more orange than the rest of it. Still think it still needs some bloody extra. Let's do a brush load of this size in there. It's always hard to find your mix ratios. So I want it to be like a peachy orange color, but I don't want it to like go too white like that. Yeah, I think I've gone too white now. Jagatai. I actually don't know a lot of the Space Marine lore too well, so I would have to defer to someone else on that one. I know that the Lion was stuck in the warp for a bit, and he just got out. Or actually, he was stuck on Caliban for a while, as it was getting like fucked up and corrupted by Vashtor. Oh, some plating down there I missed. What I think I might do with these tentacles on the face is I might do the tentacles on the face in a different color again, might make them a bit red. Or like I might do them in that pink color actually. I might need to pull this guy off his base, actually. So I can, get underneath him. Alright. So you can see, the slap chop has not made it underneath. Oh, it looks like a horrible spider down here. But I still want to tint all of this orange. So I'm just going to do this. And even if it's like the shading effect, you know? You might not see it too much, but the tint is there. And it doesn't look monochromatic instead. Actually, you know what might work better down here? Just the full undiluted tint could work well, but let's see how this looks to start with. Because I want that underside to be a bit darker and a bit more saturated as a result. Yeah, it's better. You redeemed compliments? How dare you! You nice person, you bloody gem of a human being supporting the channel and doing good shit in the community. I don't like that I have to now compliment myself and say I'm proud of my painting work and all of that shit. And I like the way that this model looks because I'm a skilled painter. And you see what you've done? Thank you for the compliments.
Yondala thanks you for your generous contribution to our cause.
Thank you, Comic Cath. Alright, so that looks good down there. I know that only I'm going to see this down here as well, but I was like, I'll just do it while I'm here. Parasect is looking sweet, though. That's looking exactly how I wanted it to. And speaking of generally... not a bad color scheme for Tyranids to start with, like the kind of awful pink and orange gooiness of it all. I'm thinking smoke should be like green spores. Because Parasect used like stun spore or something like that. What color is Oh, fuck, I'm going to do green anyway. Now, the question is, should I do a super green or like a more grassy green? Grassy green, super green.
Yondala thanks you for your generous contribution to our cause.
Dude, thank you for the bits again. If you would paint any of his model bone white, reflecting the pale... lifeless eyes of the Parasect. Oh. Yeah, you're right. I should do that somewhere. Maybe on these plates here. Maybe like here. Might do that. I've got a bunch of paint here that I can do that with. I'll re-establish that base coat possibly. I think I'm gonna make the inside of the jaw this like disgusting pink color, but I'll water it down a bit as well. Actually, let's see what it comes out like first. No. If I do a light code, it should be all right. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate that. This is not my job yet, but I hope to have it be the main source of income one day. The streaming and the content creation. I am but one of a few people at Split the Party. I'm the channel runner and producer and one of the hosts, but there are a few of us in and around. We make a bunch of shows. We just filmed our 5th season of our D&D show, which is on YouTube. Yeah. If you like that stuff, we got a Kofi, we got a Patreon, and then have a checky of all of our socials. Did I I did update those. Yeah. I hope you like our stuff. This show is on every Thursday, and myself and Leia are normally around. Leia is away today. So this was a solo edition, but no less fun. What do you think the Tyranids are fleeing from? Are they? Well, that's the thing. That's a great... Okay, so first off, Anachoke Kennedy. That's a great name. That's a great question. I don't know. Are they running from anything? It would be a really good way of expanding the 40k universe if you were to say they were running from something. But I don't know. I think they might be the Eldritch kind of be-all, end-all of something to the 40k universe. Like that, you know, at some point, the Tyranids are the greatest threat to everyone. And everyone needs to turn and fight them because they're just going to eat everything otherwise. And the question that's also scary with that is, like, just how far deep do the Tyranids go? Like, where's their origin point? Can you even kill them all? I don't think you can kill them all. Tyranids are an interesting one. Anarcho Kennedy. Hey there. Thank you. Thank you. It helps me a lot. We just finished up the Warhammer preview a little bit ago. Robert Guillerman realizes that in all of the hive fleets are just preliminary scouts and they have a less... Yeah, exactly. It's like... That's intense. Like, M43 is like Tyranid time, you know? M43? Yeah, no, we're in M40... Yeah, M42 is what we're in now. Yeah. Look, just saying, they have the Tau Empire right there, and I know that they fucking hate Xenos, but they, you know, the Tau, the Elder, the Votan, they're all right there to work with, you know? They should just form an alliance and get on with it. Start developing, like, joint weaponry, joint operations, etc. I think I'm going to dry brush some pink on this mouth because it's a bit too similar to the burgundy I have there. But I do like the big tongue coming out of there. That's cool. If I can just stick some bloody paint right into that maw. That would also be nice. The brush does not like all the teeth, it would seem. So, have you ever done this where you like stick, you know, you're like, ugh, ugh, ugh. That noise is very amusing to me. Ugh. Ugh. Oh no, oh no. Ugh. The time of ending, the Tyranids arrive, the Great List Alliance. Yeah, that would be so sick. I don't know if I don't know if they should end the 40k universe with the Tyranid invasion like that, but like, you know, let them survive a bit longer, but that would be fucking cool. Like, I would love to see Chaos being like, you know what? If we don't have life in the universe, there's no one to corrupt. And we can't corrupt Tyranids because of the shadow in the warp, so yeah, we'll work with you. And then you have like this unholy, like, maniacal storyline where like the Imperium has to get over their shit, and then the Chaos Gods have to like work with them. I think it'd be really, there's like a nice nuanced kind of irony there as well. Yeah, see that, and like the final battles have like Primarch and Primarch fighting together again. Like they all get like, you know, they, like, I don't know if you should reborn all of them, but all of the remaining Primarchs like come together. Any that are alive are just like, we gotta do this. And you just know that like this would be like the Space Marines winning and like the Imperium of Man does it with their friends, you know, thing. But it would be pretty cool to see. Because the humans, at the end of the day, are going to be their poster children and their overall winners. Just going to do some of these spires real quick, just to have the tops of these done. I really like the... I think I like the lore of Warhammer more than anything else because I don't really play the game. I'm on the painting hobby side a lot more. So, like, these conversations are... oh, great. Oh, I've missed a lot. Oh, the paint's kind of dried up like the way it has. The 51st millennium, there is no longer war. Yeah. I like when they advance their plotline. I think it's a good idea. And the way they're doing it kind of at the moment is kind of interesting. They're doing like snapshots of each place during these millennias. I think it's really interesting. It works so they can also release not just the same models every few years as well. I really need to read my Farsight and Shadow Sun books, actually, thinking of it more. I just got the new Shadowstone one in with the goofy art on the cover. And I really should crack into it. Yes, smooth. Oh, monster models are great to paint. Not sarcasm either. I really like these big guys. Okay. Okay. Also, the thing I love about the monsters, the big monsters, is that they take around the same amount of time slap chopping as the other ones. All right. Just realized I missed a whole arm over here. Okay. Parasect's looking pretty good. I think I'm going to go with this Mantis Green. It's more sickly looking, I think. stick this guy back down. Oh, that's a nice contrast to the other colors. So as always, I'll take some photos and I'll post them in the Discord after this. And if you would like to post anything yourself, it is a public Discord. You're more than welcome to. Oh, that looks so cool with the yucky gas coming out of it. All right, there you go. Oh, look at the contrast on that. The sickly green coming off the top there. It's like Parasect used Stun Spore and it like leaks out of them. Toxic gas even. I really like that look. Don't know why that's not sticking down properly. Alright, well I almost finished the 2 minis that I set out to do. So what I might do is I might re-establish some base coat on Parasect. And then I can maybe put some orange. I can do like those bone white eyes. And I'll do these claws as well. Oh, but before that, just realized my camera is in my face. Before that, we need to take a quick stop because the ads are on. So if you've subscribed, thank you for seeing this. But this is also a reminder. Go take a break, have some water, have a drink, because we're going to go over to Coles real quick. No, that's not the right fucking overlay. We're going over to Coles real quick. And we're just going to go pick up some stuff. Does anyone want anything? Anyone want anything? I'm just going to go for a little walk while the ads are on. I don't know what did I bring up? Was that Gaming Hangs? Yeah, that's just overlay. Yeah. Do you have that little paint tray we got in Werribee? Oh, yeah, I've got it. It's out here. Grab one of those from the Coles out front. Oh, yeah. So, do you want this one? I got one of these if you want it. I got a little paint tray. I bought one of these. Actually, chucked it in. If you're near Werribee as well, there's like paint trays and things. That's what my racks are. They're not sponsored or anything. They just, you know, I went in there and went, this thing's fucking awesome. I want to buy one. And he's just a guy, he's just laser cutting all this stuff. And he gave me these and went, yeah, you can tell people about it. He literally can't make a web store because he keeps running out of the stuff. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back if you are just joining us. Or from the ads. We're in Coles. Just having a little wander. Alright, let's go back over. No, I've done it again. Ah! There we are. Werribee is just so far. Do you want me? I can pick one up if you need it. I'm pretty sure if you ring him up, he probably posts it out to you. Okay, so I need some pink, for one. I also need some of that bone white color for the eyes. And then I need some... I don't know. You just check it. I don't know what... I'm probably just going to do... What color should I do his, like, scything claws? Should I make them, like, black? Should I make them any different? Should probably also give that a shake on top of that. Ivory tusk from Two Thin Coats. I said I was going to do the Parasect eyes on these plates here, so... Oh, that's good coverage. It's another reason I really like these colors. They you saw that there. That's a good coverage coat in one. It probably could do some cleanup with the second one, but like, because we're going to be going over a bunch of it anyway, it's probably not going to need it. It's also showing a little bit of the undercoat as well, which I don't hate. Oh, I did paint that other side though. Alright, so Parasect's got the bone white eyes there. I think that's a good base coat for that. So it kind of looks correct now. Go all the way to there? It does. Okay. I think I'm also going to just do these claws quickly in a black color. Because I don't mind the claws all being kind of like darker colors. Should have shaken that up better. It's a bit coffee stainy. Yeah, I think the Black Claws make it else. Hey, Ramshen! I miss you, buddy. How you doing? It like registers like, hey, Ramshen. Wait, Ramshen! How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm painting my Pokemon Tyranids at the moment. This is Parasect today. We watched the Warhammer preview live, like I put it up for everyone, and I indulged myself watching that. We saw some doggos. We saw fucking Fulgrim as a Horus Heresy Primarch announcement. It was sick. How you doing? We haven't spoken in a while. How you going, man? Oh, I don't know if you've seen. Friggin' Taskmaster didn't get up this year again. They knocked it back, and I'm thinking that for PAX that could have been that the show, because the show's now out, could have been a copyright thing. Who knows? They'll have their reasons. No harm, though. We got Dragon Age up, which is fun. I really should make a socials post for that. One, two, three. 4. Little spikes. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Oh, fair. Upskilling. Look, I'm shit with code as well, so that's very fair, and I wish you luck on that endeavor. I cannot code for the life of me, and I require people to, if I was to ever do code stuff, I just would need someone to do it. I don't need, in saying that, I'm not looking for someone to do it, it's just, I have never been able to learn it. Slow but steady, yeah, very fair. If I'm in my ADHD brain, I need actual things to build when learning. Yeah, that's fair. The arting goes very well. Look, Parasect is looking pretty freaking cool. We even got like the dead white eyes on some plates there, and he's casting stun, using the stun spore move. Scyther is also finished. I really like how Scyther came out. I might brighten up those scything talents as well. Might make them a bit poppier. Python is what I'm throwing myself into at the moment. Find myself going back to PowerShell for most of my work stuff because I can do whatever I want faster. That's kind of how I feel about Photoshop, honestly. There are other programs that can get certain things done quicker, but I keep going back to Photoshop because I know it better than the others. Get a bit of that Trooper White going as well. 1246, damn. The mixture of greens. Hey, that's all one contrast paint. It's all Mantis Warriors. We're doing slap chop, so it's that underbrushing method. Where's a model that I have prepped? Actually getting pretty low on the Leviathan box stuff. But yeah, I've prepped them all up in black and white, and then the paint just stains over the top. Oh, sorry, you meant the Scyther. My bad. My bad. Sorry, yeah. I mixed. I made up kind of like a very light green, and then I did like the darkest green I have because I wanted to make it look like it was like a black green, and then I want to highlight it up from there to differentiate the greens even more. I really like this one. Like this one's turned out as in like just colors out of the pot. It's turned out one of the best. Because this is just the burgundy color, and then I just mixed a bit of the contrast medium into the orange, and it turned into the skin color very nicely. Yeah, nice. Where's the Trooper White gone? I'm just doing some touch-ups on the Parasect while I've got some time. Because otherwise, it's looking pretty good. Just doing some quick highlights on him more than anything. There you go. The bony white eye plates are kind of done. I've got some layering and highlights on there, so it looks nice. Some colors have been differentiated. I'm going to dry brush this. I'm going to dry brush these tentacles, I think. And I would like to have him eating an ultramarine. I mean, that's a project, though. Like, you don't have to... It doesn't have to be work. It can just be for fun. I say that as someone who is inherently guilty of monetizing my own hobbies. But, you know... God, I just knocked over a paint and immediately shit myself. Just realized I can quickly just like do these teeth while I'm here. Do I have a link for the Warhammer trailer? I think all the videos will be up on the YouTube at the moment. That front top, thank you. Yeah, the Warhammer YouTube channel has all the previous stuff on it there now. So if you want to see it, there you go. All the trailers they released have just like literally come out one after another. So they got they've got the new. God, there was a lot of announcements. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different preview videos. And it was like Space Marines got new Terminators, new Assault Marines, new Captains, new Scouts, new Stern Guards. You know, the wave of 10th edition Space Marines. There's new Oryx. There is a big new Troll model, which looks really good. Fulgrim got his Horus Heresy thing. Awesome, awesome fucking model. Very, very nice. I'm going to quickly dry brush some pink onto these. Yeah, they've been sitting on this one for a bit. It's like 9 minis. Like, there's a lot of it. Even, like, there was an old world, like, lady riding a unicorn Bretonian model as well. They look pretty cool. Very unlike Warhammer to have something like that. I really liked it. No, I don't. It's not really that kind of game's not really my one. I'm playing the ever-living hell out of Baldur's Gate 3, though. No, I kind of fell off Destiny a bit. Last season, I was playing so much Zelda that I fell off Destiny a little bit. And then Baldur's Gate 3 came out, so I finished Zelda. And the new season of Destiny started, so I'm basically just doing my minimums in Destiny at the moment. Like, you know, I do the story, and then I'll pretty much just log out. Oh, that'd be fun, yeah. I'm doing a big single-player playthrough with just on, like, private on the couch at the moment, because Jess gets to watch. Starfield's... I'm cautiously optimistic about Starfield. I'm keen for it, but I'm also like, don't, you know, Bethesda's kind of dropped the ball a few times at the moment, so I'm not expecting a huge thing from Starfield, because the hype train's also not been there as much either, like I have noticed. I don't know. I just haven't felt it for Starfield. Also, it's a game that I would play on PlayStation. I don't think it's coming out on PlayStation at all. Ah, see, that pink's doing wonders. Maybe I should go switch to this one. Yeah, that pink looks way... Oh, sorry, guys. That pink looks way better. Oh, damn it, I painted over a little bit of this. Might go brighter again, actually, just like a secondary one. Real quick. I'm impressed that we got these both done today. I didn't think we'd get Parasect done as well. So I do have a what's next one. I have a batch of termagants that I'm going to make into starters and EVs. And they're going to be the next big lot. Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, we're good for swearing in chat. Fuck. Shit. I was swearing all through that Warhammer preview. Fair. It's because you're Australian. Alright, that looks so good. I keep having very small ideas. I'm like, alright, I want some gore on the Marine down here very quickly. His arm has literally been torn off. So this tentacle here is going to have blood on it. You know, sometimes just a little bit of that really helps sell it. This, the cadence of this song sounds like California Girls by Katy Perry. Greetings, loved ones. Let's take a journey. I know a place where yeah, you should. You should absolutely do that. Sounds fun. And the game dev coding, yeah. I aim to. I just ordered a new webcam yesterday and it's going to rock up today. I got the Instalink 360 and I'm considering seeing if I can plug it into here because it's a 4K canvas. And I'm wondering, like, if there's I've seen people on Twitch with YouTube videos where they can make chat, they can let chat control it. So I'm like, if I let you control this camera, you could zoom in on it as you wish. And that way I can keep it at one canvas, and then you guys can do whatever you want if you want to see close-ups. Well, you're not going to be allowed to do anywhere other than the desk. I'll set those parameters. All right, so I got blood in the mouth now. So we have this one pretty done. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I don't think I'm going to do those orange stripies on his carapace. I don't know if it suits. You can kind of get the gist that this is a Parasect. But I like that. And the Scyther is also looking really good. But yeah, that's going to be it here then. I can see Barjo's streaming. I know Barjo the huge... Oh, he's only got 65. Oh no, it's Tom Walker. I've never actually... Holy shit, he's got such a fucking cool starting soon screen. Alright. Let's take ourselves over to Tom Walker. Tom Walker is a comedian in and around Australia and Melbourne. I've been to a couple of his shows, and he's very, very funny. Very funny guy. So let's give them a raid. And we'll see you. So tomorrow I'll be trying to finish Stray Gods. I'll be starting around now. I've got a doctor's appointment in the morning, so we won't start at lunch. We'll start just after lunch. And we'll be playing Stray Gods. I think we'll actually be finishing Stray Gods tomorrow. We'll see how far we get in. We'll see what happens. But after that, God, what are our next streams? Let me pull up my calendar. I think our next stream is gonna be... Oh! Okay, I don't know if it's in my schedule. On Saturday morning, all of Split the Party, all the Split the Party boys are gonna be on Rob Hartley's stream on his show called Short Rest. We are going to talk about Split the Party. We're going to do his talk show, casual chat with the chat, and anybody can ask us like shop questions or like show questions about Split the Party, and everything we do. We're going to go on there and we're going to be talking about Chapter 5 a little bit, so if you're keen to see some of that, we might bring a preview for Rob to show off. That one's actually going to start at 8 a.m. on Saturday. So 8 a.m. for 2 hours on Saturday. Split the Party's going to be on Rob Hartley's stream called Short Rest. Please come and check it out. Please come and support us. We love Rob. And we're going to do a little weekend stream. So tomorrow, Stray Gods. Saturday, 8 a.m. will be the other one. So... that's before time begins. That's fair. I don't expect a lot of Australians to be up at that point. But if you're there in chat, we really appreciate it. We'll see you there. And we'll try and get the VOD for Rob linked around as well in the Discord and all that. So, for now, let's give Tom Walker a raid. And we will see you tomorrow. Oh, I will see you tomorrow. So, I'm going to take some photos of these guys and put them in the Discord. All right, see you later, everyone. See you tomorrow.